Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to day two, the consolation round of the Alliance Holiday Tournament from Alliance, Nebraska. Just a little over 7 minutes to go before the start of today's girls varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. We're going to have a little fun here this afternoon, and we're going to give our broadcast engineer in training a little bit of training here behind the microphone, and so I'm going to turn it over for just a couple of minutes to Jacob Grover, and he's going to welcome you and lay out some of the information for today's game, and then we'll take it back over and go from there. So without further ado, here's Jacob.
Good evening, viewers. Gordon-Rushville coming in today with a loss against Alliance yesterday. They're going to come in today strong, and hopefully we can take a victory home with us on round two of today's contest between the Bridgeport Bulldogs and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. I'm going to send it back to Clint.
All right, good work. All right, thanks, Jacob. Hopefully the Mustangs can come away with a win today after the disappointing loss yesterday at the hands of the hometown Alliance Bulldogs. The Lady Mustangs looked good. They had the lead in the first half, but couldn't hold it. Got two key players in foul trouble, Carly Hinn and Keely Campbell. Carly ended up fouling out of the game, and it made it awfully hard for the Mustangs to hang with the Alliance Bulldogs with the foul trouble. So we are about 5 minutes and 35 seconds away from the beginning of today's game between the Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Bridgeport lost to the Mitchell Tigers yesterday afternoon. Mitchell dispatched the Bulldogs with ease. And so we are looking for a good game here this afternoon. Trying to get a bunch of housekeeping things out of the way here as we go. We had a little bit of a hiccup before we started our broadcast this afternoon. We've got everything up and running and hopefully ready to bring you some outstanding basketball action this afternoon. Glad to have you all along with us. Make sure that you say thanks to sponsors of today's basketball action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hinn's Home Furnishings, Hinn's Hardware in Rushville, Grocery Mart, Carroll Child Accountant, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment Company, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And our cameraman, Jesse Moss, just arrived. Glad to have everybody on board and ready to go. Just about 4 minutes left to go before the start of today's game. Thanks for joining us. We'll step aside for a word from our video sponsors, Modern Farm Equipment Company, and we'll be back in just a minute.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Just a little over 3 minutes left to go in the pregame. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two ball clubs. First, for the Bridgeport Bulldogs, didn't write down their season record. I believe it was maybe 2-5, I think, is what their record is coming into the game, maybe 3-4. At any rate, Bridgeport Bulldogs not with a winning record at any rate. Starters today for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Number 1, Emily Baxter, averaging 3 points per game. Number 10, Lydia Cantu, averages 4 points per game. Number 11, Brittany Newkirk, averages 8 points and 3 rebounds per game. Number 24, Ashley Weborg, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds. And number 32, Riley Hall, averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds per contest. Now let's take a look at the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They had a rough patch here lately. Their record stands at 3 wins and 4 losses coming into today's game. Starters today for the Mustangs. Number 13, Josie Perez. Josie averaging 25 points and 3 rebounds per contest. Number 21, Ashton Sassy, a 5'8" senior. She averages 7 points and 3 rebounds per game. Number 22, Carly Hinn, the 5'11" junior, averaging 7 points and 9 rebounds per game. Number 24, Kenna Campbell, a 5'8" junior. She averages 7 points and 5 rebounds per game. And number 45, Keely Campbell, a 6'1" senior, averaging 5 points and 6 rebounds per contest. The Mustangs come into today's game on the season. They average 54 points per game. Compare that to Bridgeport. They only score 35 points a game, so almost a 25 points per game difference in offensive output. The Mustangs out-rebound the Bulldogs 36 per game to 20 per game, and the Mustangs field goal percentage quite a bit better. They shoot at a 36% clip from the field, while the Bridgeport Bulldogs firing just 27%. Just about ready to get things underway. We will turn this over to the public address announcer for the national anthem, I assume, and the introductions of the starting lineups.
Good afternoon and welcome to this year's Lions High School Holiday Tournament. Lions High School and the Nebraska School Activities Association would like to remind you of the importance of good sportsmanship has in high school activities. Please treat the officials, opposing players, and fans with proper respect. Thank you. In today's third place game, we have the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs against the Bridgeport Bulldogs. First for Gordon-Rushville, coached by Randy Hilbert. 5'7" junior, number 13, Josie Perez. 5'8" senior, number 21, Ashton Sass. 5'11" junior, number 22, Carly Hinn. 5'10" junior, number 24, Kenna Campbell. 6'1" senior, number 45, Keely Campbell. And now, Bridgeport, coached by Ryan Schwedman. 5'4" sophomore, number 1, Emily Baxter. 5'4" senior, number 10, Lydia Cantu. 5'5" sophomore, number 11, Whitney Newberg. 5'7" junior, number 24, Ashley Weaver. 5'6" junior, number 32, Riley Hall. Bridgeport will be home on the scoreboard.
So there are the starting lineups. Mustangs in their road black jerseys and black shorts. And Bridgeport, the home team today, on the scoreboard wearing their all whites. Again, those starters quickly for you in case you missed them earlier. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Emily Baxter, Lydia Cantu, Brittany Newkirk, Ashley Weborg, and Riley Hall. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez, Ashton Sassy, Carly Hinn, Kenna Campbell, and Keely Campbell. Just about ready to get things underway. Ashley Weborg and Carly Hinn in the center circle, ready to jump this up and get things going in this consolation game from the Alliance Holiday Tournament. That's controlled by Emily Baxter for Bridgeport, and Bridgeport goes to work quickly. Shot up and won't go, tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Glad to have everyone along with us here this afternoon on a very cold, very cold day in general, isn't it? And so a good day to set inside, hunker down in front of your computer and enjoy some good basketball here from the Alliance Holiday Tournament. Josie Perez goes out on the wing. Now they go inside for Carly Hinn. One dribble off glass and good. Mustangs on the board early. Carly Hinn with 2 points, 7:27 to go. Mustangs with that pressure, they get the turnover off of it, and that's exactly how it's supposed to work. Now Kenna Campbell brings it across the timeline, and the Mustangs go to work for the second time on offense here this afternoon. Here's Ashton Sassy on the left wing. She'll dribble it up between the circles. Now she'll back it out as they set the offense. Working against a man-to-man defense by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Carly Hinn takes that out high. Now she finds Kenna Campbell. Josie Perez in the lane, kicks it out for Keely Campbell by the three-point line, and she'll get it back out to Kenna Campbell, and the Mustangs reset. Good, patient offense here in the early going by the Mustangs. Now Carly Hinn has it. She's guarded by number 32. That's Riley Hall. And Hall gets the tip and the takeaway that time. Good defense, as Carly Hinn was trying to go down inside with that and couldn't get it done. Nearly taken away that time, as now the Mustangs are going to operate out of a 2-3 zone on defense. Skip pass over the top to Lydia Cantu. They go inside down low for Weborg, but she is fouled by Carly Hinn, and Ashley Weborg will head to the free throw line. She'll have 2 free throws. So Carly Hinn, who fouled out yesterday, gets her first foul with 6 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Weborg with a pair of free throws. The first one is off the mark, no good. And she's got one more coming. Second free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Tipped around, picked up by Weborg. Goes down low for Hall. Her shot is too strong, and the rebound is cleared by Keely Campbell. She gets it off to Kenna Campbell, and she'll bring it up the floor for the Mustangs. Carly Hinn on that left wing, looks inside. Now skip pass all the way over to the top, finds Ashton Sassy. She'll dribble up between the circles, and the Mustangs reset. So Emily Baxter closely guarding Ashton Sassy, tips it out of her hands, and the Mustangs will inbound it. So the Mustangs looking just a little bit sluggish after a really good outing yesterday afternoon. They just couldn't quite pull the W out, but they played a good ball game. So now they go down low, up underneath the basket, and good. That's Josie Perez with her first basket of the game. Josie had 33 points yesterday in the loss. So Cantu gets it back to Baxter. Now her pass is just a little too tall, trying to get it to Brittany Newkirk. Now here's Cantu driving in, leaves it outside for Weborg. Her shot in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound, cleared out of there by Keely Campbell. She's trapped by 3 Bridgeport Bulldogs, but gets it out to Kenna Campbell. Ahead to Josie Perez, and she saw Keely Campbell cut into the basket. Pass was behind her. Cantu has her shot blocked. Nice block that time by the Mustangs. Quickly ahead to Carly Hinn, but that's taken away by Baxter. Back and forth action. Here's Hall, and Hall is going to be fouled by Keely Campbell. And that'll put Riley Hall at the free throw line for 2 free throws. So both of the Mustang post players with 1 foul apiece. This is what happened yesterday. They got in foul trouble early, and it affected the trajectory of the game, especially in the second half. 4:56 left to go in the first quarter. The first free throw by Hall is good, and Bridgeport is on the board. It's 4-1. Hall with one more opportunity, and that one rolls in. It also is good. Cuts the lead to 4-2. Mustangs go to work on offense. Kenna Campbell crosses the timeline, gets to Ashton Sassy. Keely Campbell up top. She's guarded by Weborg. Now Carly Hinn wanted to go inside, couldn't find anybody. Now here's Perez. Perez looks inside for Sassy. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Can't quite get it over the front of the rim. And it's tipped out of bounds off of Bridgeport. Mustang basketball with 4:32 to go in the first quarter. They go inside for Carly Hinn. That's blocked by Weborg, out of bounds. Mustang will try again. So Ashley Weborg very active in down low in that post, and she gets the block that time. Kenna Campbell gets it into Josie Perez. Perez works against Lydia Cantu, loses the handle, gets it back. Now she picks up her dribble, and she'll get it to Carly Hinn. Carly out on that right wing. Now to Ashton Sassy. Sassy guarded by Baxter. And now Back to Hen. Dribbles in, kicks it out for Ashton Sassy. Scoops up the pass that was tipped a little bit. The Mustangs having a hard time getting a very close look at the basket as good defense being played by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Keely Campbell dribbles in. Now she'll leave it for Carly Hen out at the top of the key. Carly guarded by Riley Hall, and now across to Kenna Campbell. Very pedantic pace as there's a steal by Weborg. Weborg weaves her way through traffic, and she hits the deck. Ball picked up by Carly Hen. Carly finds Josie Perez. She'll cut to the basket, and she'll draw the blocking foul on Lydia Cantu. That is her first. Now a substitution. Callie Schultz is going to come into the game, and she'll take the place of Ashton Sassy. A couple of new Bulldogs in the game as well. We'll get to them as we go. That one's tipped away from Carly Hen. Picked up by one of those new players. That's Caitlin Nine with the steal. Now Baxter, and over to Nine on the wing. Now back to Baxter. And she traveled with it. Good close defense that time by Josie Perez. Caused the turnover on the traveling call. And we got a timeout called by the Mustangs. 3:08 left to go in the first quarter. 4-2, low scoring game. Gives us a chance to tell you about fine sponsors of today's basketball action. The True Value of Gordon. Much to my, well, shouldn't have been my surprise, I went out to find one of my automatic waters froze up this morning, and that could happen to you. All kinds of other stuff when it's this cold can freeze up. The place to go to get them thawed out is True Value of Gordon. Buck and the gang have everything you need to thaw it out or winterize it. Stop in and see them downtown Gordon. Gordon True Value. 3:08 left to go first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 2, 4-2. This first quarter has gone quickly, but not a whole lot of scoring. The Mustangs have had the ball on offense for a great majority of the first 5 minutes of this first quarter, but they haven't been able to do anything with it, and now it's another steal. This is Ashley Weborg, drives in, stops, takes the shot, partially blocked, gets a rebound, and the putback, it won't go, tipped out of bounds, and it'll, which way are we going? Stays with Bridgeport. So Bridgeport basketball, 2:51 to go in the first quarter. Baxter goes inside for Weborg. She'll kick it out to Cantu. Cantu drives into the lane, and we got a double dribble called on Cantu, and another turnover. So the Mustangs are trying to find some offense. 2:35 to go first quarter. Kenna Campbell, nice little pick and roll that time. Carly Hen draws the foul. Ashley Weborg will be called for the foul, and it'll be 2 shots for Carly Hen. A well-executed pick and roll that time. Carly Hen with a high arcing shot, and that falls in. It is good. Extends that Mustang lead to 5-2. Hen lines up the second. That one's off, no good, and it'll be Mustang basketball. As Alexis Corbin tried to save it out of bounds, didn't get it done. Now Keely Campbell out, and Ashton Sassy back into the Mustang lineup. Ashton Sassy takes the inbounds pass. Now she'll drive baseline all the way underneath and out the other side. Sassy guarded closely by Baxter. Now here's Schultz. Schultz will dribble between the circles. She's guarded by 9. Turns the corner. Tried to get it inside for Josie Perez, but it's taken away. Cantu comes out of there with it. Now 9 with the basketball. Baxter back to 9. Skip pass across to Baxter. Down in the corner for Weborg. To Baxter. Now they'll swing it around to 9. And that one's broken up, nearly taken away. Cantu drives down the lane, pull-up jumper. That's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. They'll get it out to Josie Perez. Josie surrounded by 4 white jerseys. Into the corner for Ashton Sassy. Tees up the three. Good! Ashton Sassy for three. 8-2 Mustangs. 1:23 left to go in the first quarter. And that one's tipped out of bounds. No, just lost out of bounds. It's Mustang basketball. At the far end of the court, didn't get a good look at that as Baxter and Weborg head to the bench for Bridgeport. So Ashton Sassy now to trigger the offense with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Sassy gets the pick. They try the pick and roll, and there's Riley Hall to take that one away. She was ready for it. Hall drives in, has her shot blocked by Kenna Campbell. And now it's taken away by Bridgeport. Riley Hall has it. And now Cantu. Wanted to go down low for Hall, drives into the lane, and a blocking foul is going to be called on the Mustangs. And I believe that's Rianne Ferguson drawing her first foul of the game. So Rianne Ferguson getting some early game time action in the first quarter. Third team foul on the Mustangs. Under a minute to go. Newkirk drives in, can't get her shot to go. And Josie Perez, where did that come from? Josie Perez brings the ball down the floor for the Mustangs. 35 seconds to go. Perez off the pick, inside for Hinn. Ferguson picks up the loose ball, can't convert. There's Josie Perez. She'll get the shot up, but she is fouled. Josie Perez will have 2 free throws. Give that foul to Brittany Newkirk, her first, and the third team foul on Bridgeport. Josie drops that one in, extends the Mustang lead to 7, 9-2. Carly Hinn trades places with Keely Campbell. Carly will take a breather. 27.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And the second one is in and out, rebounded by Riley Hall. Hall brings it up the floor and gets it to Newkirk. That one's taken away by Rianne Ferguson. Ferguson all by herself. Down the floor, lays it up, and good! The 5'6" freshman gets the steal and the score, puts the Mustangs up 11-2, under 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Under 5 to go. Bridgeport going to have to work. Brittany Newkirk with the shot at the buzzer. Would have gone, but it's just off the mark. And the Mustangs lead this one 11-2 at the end of the first quarter. Gives us a chance to thank some of our sponsors during this break in the action. Folks, stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. They have got an outstanding vehicle on the lot for you. I'd like to tell you about it. That's a 2013 Ford F-150 Crew Cab. It's got a Lariat package, and of course, it's a 4-wheel drive. It's got an EcoBoost engine. It's rigged up with a trailer tow package and a tailgate step. It's tricked out with a chrome package and heated leather seats. This is a locally owned trade with only 37,000 miles. Stop in and see Mayor Chris Heiser at Sides and Milburn Ford today and check it out. Hope Mayor Heiser is tuned in watching us this afternoon. Glad to have each and every one of you along with us for the second day of the Alliance Holiday Tournament. And both Mustang teams fell to the Alliance Bulldog teams last evening. 2 very good, very competitive games. Mustangs just came out on the short end of the scoreboard. And so both in the consolation round here this afternoon. The boys varsity action will immediately follow this as the Mustangs will take on the Mitchell Tigers in the boys game. So 8 minutes on the clock, second quarter underway. Mustangs lead it by 9, 11-2. Kenna Campbell works off the pick to give and go. Can't get the pass to find its way through. 9 comes out of there. And there's a steal by Ashton Sassy. Ashton Sassy drives to the hoop, lays it up. That one is a little bit too hard, and Kenna Campbell's going to be called for the foul. Somebody reached in and got a hand on that shot as Ashton was going up with it, and it missed the rim. Now Bridgeport with the basketball. The Mustangs are going to try to apply some full court pressure. Again, they started with that early and then dropped out of it. Brittany Newkirk for 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Pulled out of there by Kenna Campbell. Mustangs on the run. A 3-on-2 for the Mustangs. They go inside for Hinn. Nice pass. Great look inside. She found Josie Perez. Carly Hinn with the assist that time. 13-2 with 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. Baxter in, kicks it out for 9. Cross court pass to Cantu. Now down low for Hall. Hall works it inside for Weborg. Weborg is blocked. That is a big block by Keely Campbell. Stripped it right out of her hands, and here come the Mustangs. 7 minutes to go, second quarter. Mustangs trying to get that pick and roll to work, and they got it to work one time, and it's been a rough go of it ever since then. Having a hard time getting that pass to Carly Hinn inside. And they miss with another one that time. So they'll turn it back over. Nearly stolen by Hinn that time. They go inside. Now they'll kick it out to Weborg. Into the paint, shot up, and good. So Ashley Weborg on the scoreboard. And the first field goal of the game for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. They had 2 free throws in the first quarter, but this is their first points from the field. Inside for Hinn. Hinn squares up, one dribble, shot up, and can't get it to go, but she is fouled, and Carly Hinn will shoot free throws. Give that foul to Caitlin 9. 9 wears number 5 on her uniform. Very confusing. Carly Hinn lines them up. First one is nothing but net for Carly. She's 2 for 3 on the day from the free throw line. Cantu comes in, and 9 heads to the bench for Bridgeport. Carly Hinn with 4 points so far in this first half. Second one off the back iron and no good, rebounded by Ashley Weborg. Cantu ahead to Newkirk. Back to Cantu between the circles. Mustangs in the 1-3-1 zone now. They go down low for Weborg. She'll kick it out. And the bank is open for Emily Baxter. That's a three-pointer. It narrows the lead to 14-7. Perez thought about the 3. Now she'll kick it back out to Kenna Campbell. Carly Hinn at the high post. Now she'll kick it back out to Sassy. Kenna Campbell drives in. Shot up off glass and good. Kenna Campbell drew the contact. No foul. And uses the glass and lays it in there nicely. 16-7, 5:25 to go. Here's one inside for Hall and another block by Keely Campbell. Keely's got that block working inside, and now a foul called. I think Keely just picked up her second foul. 5 minutes, 19 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Mustangs lead it 16-9. Keely will head to the bench, and so will Carly Hinn. So the Mustangs go small. Rianne Ferguson into the game, along with Callie Schultz. So a couple of freshmen on the floor for the Mustangs. That shot is no good, and it's cleared by Kenna Campbell. 5:10 to go, second quarter. High post for Perez. Perez, one dribble, kicks it out to Kenna. Kenna drives into the lane. Shot up, no good, but she is fouled. And Kenna Campbell will head to the free throw line. So the Mustangs doing a good job of getting in there and getting some shots. Brittany Newkirk just picked up her second foul. And Kenna Campbell to the line for the first time this afternoon. First one is good. 3 points for Kenna on the day. 5:02 left to go in the second quarter. And that one's off the back iron, but rebounded by Perez. Her shot up and good. Josie Perez has 7, and it's a 19-7 lead. Under 5 to go in the second quarter. Baxter down into the corner. They'll get it back to Baxter. Inside for Hall. Hall's shot up and good. Good tough work by Riley Hall that time. And a timeout called by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. We'll take it with them.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Four minutes, 44 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Mustangs lead this one by 10, 19-9. Mustangs started slowly, but starting to find the range in this second quarter. They've done a better job of being aggressive, taking the ball to the hoop, and they've drawn several fouls inside. They go over the top to Josie Perez. Nice pass. Josie Perez all the way down, and she is fouled by Lydia Cantu. Looked like a pass from the quarterback to the wide receiver that time. Well played by the Mustangs as Lydia Cantu picks up her second foul, and Josie Perez back to the free throw line. First one is good for Josie. 8 points for Perez now. 4:41 left to go in the second quarter. Josie lines up the second, and she makes that one. She's 3 for 4 from the line today. 21-19 after the two free throws. They get it ahead to Cantu. Now Newkirk drives in, back outside for Cantu. Across to Baxter and down low for Weeboard. Nice move into the paint, and she is fouled. Ashley Weeboard will head to the free throw line. Give that foul to Rianne Ferguson. That is her second. And the first free throw by Weborg is good. Now Ferguson heads to the bench and Carly Hinn back in. So Rianne Ferguson, a 5'6" freshman, doing battle down low with the big folks and doing a good job of holding her own this afternoon. Get that ball into Kenna Campbell. She brings it up the floor. She works against Newkirk. Now she'll back it out, get it to Ashton Sassy between the circles. Try to go inside. Josie Perez able to keep that ball alive, and a reach-in foul on the Bulldogs. Josie Perez was triple teamed, and she draws the foul. Try to see who it is they give this to, as Schultz out and Keely Campbell back in. Oh, they give that foul to Riley Hall, and that is her first. And that is the 7th team foul on Bridgeport. So the Mustangs will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Josie Perez makes the first, makes an 11-point lead at 22-11 with 4:13 left to go in the second quarter. And that one's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Cantu. Quickly ahead to Baxter. 2-on-1 for Bridgeport. Cantu drives in, can't get the shot to go. Good no-look pass. Ashton Sassy lays that one up, and good for her 5th point of the game. 24-11. We're under 4 to go in the second quarter. They get it ahead to Newkirk. She'll drive in, and Kenna Campbell will pick up a blocking foul. And that'll put the Bulldogs into the 1-1. So Kenna picks up her second. And it'll put Brittany Newkirk at the free throw line for a 1-1 opportunity. Kenna heads to the bench. Rianne Ferguson back into the game for the Mustangs. 3:49 left to go. First one is good for Brittany Newkirk. Earns a second one, makes it 24-12. Second one finds its way home. 24-13, and full court pressure now by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Josie Perez dribbles through traffic all the way in, and Lydia Cantu reaches in and takes a slap at it, picks up her 3rd foul. An ill-advised reach that time by Lydia Cantu. And it puts Josie Perez back at the free throw line. Perez 4 for 6 today from the charity stripe. First one's off the back iron and no good. Rebounded by Weborg. Weborg heads up the left side. Now she'll stop. Up top for Baxter. Down low for Hall. Hall with the jumper is good. Riley Hall now with 6 points. It's 24-15. 3:25 to go in the second quarter. Ashton Sassy all the way to the corner. Back out for Perez. Perez across to Ferguson. She goes inside for Carly Hinn, but the pass is too tall. Ashley Weborg comes away with it. Weborg drives in, stops, kicks it out for Cantu. Newkirk down low for Baxter and a 3-second call. I think they got Riley Hall for camping out in the lane that time. And they'll turn it back over to the Mustangs with 3:03 left to go in the second quarter. Cantu out and 9 back in. So Josie Perez will go to work against this pressure, breaks it easily. Rianne Ferguson at the high post into the corner for Sassy. Thought about the three, now she'll take it. That one's off the mark, and Weborg comes away with it. They've got Hall all alone at the other end of the court. Hall up and good. So Riley Hall cherry picking that time and makes the easy basket. 2:37 left to go, 24-17. And Josie Perez loses the basketball, and here comes Bridgeport again. Hall stops, puts it up, and drops another one in, and timeout going to be called. Timeout called by Bridgeport here. 2:26 left to go second quarter. They've cut the lead to just 5. And an odd time for a timeout by a team that's got some momentum rolling there. But it is indeed a timeout by Bridgeport. You couldn't have asked for better timing for the Mustangs. They really needed to rally the troops here. They led by 11 at one point. They've let that lead dwindle to just 5 with 2:26 left to go before the half. Riley Hall leads the way scoring for Bridgeport. She's got 10. She averages 5 points a contest. So already over twice her scoring average in the first half. Now Bridgeport will try to provide more full court pressure. Now the Mustangs have a 4-on-1 and a blocking foul. Josie Perez not a bit shy about taking that ball straight to the hoop and earns herself 2 more free throws. First one's off the front of the rim, no good. Lines up the second, and she missed them both, and that's a rarity, but the rebound there by Carly Hinn. Perez can't get that follow to go, and then she tries to get that rebound, and she'll draw the foul. And that is Josie's first foul of the day. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the second quarter. It will put Brittany Newkirk at the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 today from the line. First one is good. Brittany Newkirk with 3 free throws this afternoon. Cuts the lead to 24-20. And she made them both. 3-point ball game. Bridgeport clawed their way back into this one. Now they'll get it into Ferguson. Rianne works up the sideline, and she's going to be fouled. 9 with the foul that time. That is her second. And the Mustangs now in the double bonus. Double bonus time, 2 shots for the last 2 minutes and 12 seconds of this first half. So Rianne Ferguson, she's got 2 points on the afternoon. Lines this one up and bangs it home. So Rianne Ferguson with some quality minutes in the first half of this game for the Mustangs, and she makes them both. Rianne with 4. And now Kenna Campbell into the game. Callie Schultz out. 26-21. It's a 5-point lead. The Mustangs Going to really get after it with the pressure, and they get the steal. That's Ferguson. Ran Ferguson all over the court here in this first half. 2:05 to go. Perez hands it off to Hinn. Hinn puts it on the floor, drives to the block. Inside for Ferguson. Her shot partially blocked, but Kenna Campbell is there to clean it up. Two more for the Mustangs, 28-21. Little run here for the Mustangs. 1:45 to go. Hall picks up her dribble, gets it across the timeline to 9. 9 ahead to Newkirk. Hall from the free throw line. That one won't go. Carly Hinn clears the rebound. 1:33 to go. Mustangs up by 7. Kenna Campbell sets the offense. Into the corner for Sassy. Carly Hinn takes that pass on the wing. She'll dribble up between the circles and hand it off to Kenna Campbell with 1:15 to go. Kenna thought about the three. Sassy, three ball from the corner. That one's off the mark, no good. Battle for taken away by Ferguson. Now it's loose on the floor. Jump ball and possession to the Bulldogs. So Ferguson in there battling for the rebound, had it slapped out of her hands and then reached in and got the tie up. 28-21 with 1:04 to go. There's a tip ball on the inbounds pass, but Weborg picks it up. Mustangs try to trap her, but she flips it over to Newkirk. She'll bring it across the timeline with 55 seconds to go. Emily Baxter, skip pass across to Newkirk. Her shot is good. That's a two-pointer for Newkirk. 28-23. It's a 5-point game with 43 seconds to go. Kenna Campbell drives in and draws the blocking foul on Ashley Weborg. And that's a big one because that is Weborg's third foul. Well, Weborg hasn't scored a whole lot today, but she's a force inside. So Kenna Campbell sizes it up. She'll have two free throws. First one is off the back iron and no good. Kenna with 5 points in the first half. Weborg heads to the bench, and she'll be replaced by number 12. That's Alexis Corman. 41.1 seconds left to go, second quarter. That one short off the front of the rim. Ferguson controls it, and then she gets tied up, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Mustangs lead it by 5 with 37.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kenna Campbell drives in, finds Carly Hinn. One dribble, off glass, good. Carly Hinn with 6 first half points. Emily Baxter brings it up the floor. Stops, off glass, can't get it to go. She's fouled, though. She'll head to the free throw line with 21.4 seconds, and that's Carly Hinn, who just picked up her second personal foul. Now Keely Campbell heads to the scores table. She'll check in after this free throw. The first one is no good by Emily Baxter. Actually, that's Kenna that heads to the bench as Keely Campbell comes in. Now 9 heads to the bench, and she's replaced by Jaden Kelly Virgil for Bridgeport. Well, Emily Baxter with the second one. That's off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. It's off of Newkirk. Mustang basketball with 18.7 seconds left to go in the first half. One more chance for the Mustangs. They get it into Josie Perez. 15 seconds. Here's Ferguson. Feeds it to Keely Campbell. Keely can't convert. Gets the rebound, the putback. That won't go. Carly Hinn has it blocked. 6 seconds left. The shot won't go. Sassy gets it into Hinn at the buzzer. It's good. Count the basket. The Mustangs worked at it and worked at it. They finally got one to fall at the half. It is Gordon-Rushville 32 and Bridgeport 23. Did you know Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you. That's Strong Insurance, downtown Gordon. At the half, the Mustangs lead this one 32-23.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools. Visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
So let's take a look at some unofficial first half scoring totals for both teams here. We'll add these on the fly if we can. Rianne Ferguson with 4 points for the Mustangs in the first half. Josie Perez always takes a lot of adding when Josie's involved. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points for Josie in the first half. Ashton Sassy finished with 5. Carly Hinn had 8. Kenna Campbell finished with 5 for the Mustangs. From the line, the Mustangs were very good. They shot 19 free throws in that first half, and they made 9 for 19 on free throws in that first half. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Emily Baxter had 3 points. Brittany Newkirk had 6. Ashley Weborg with 4. Riley Hall with 10 points. And that rounds out the scoring for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. In the first half, Bridgeport shot 12 free throws in that first half. And they made 8 of them, so they shot 75% from the free throw line in that first half. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the halftime break. Mustangs lead it by 9 at the half. Let's take a quick look at fouls for both of these teams. For the Mustangs, 4 players with 2 fouls apiece. Rianne Ferguson, Carly Hinn, Kenna Campbell, and Keely Campbell, all with 4 fouls. Josie Perez with just 1. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, 2 Bulldogs with 3 fouls, Lydia Cantu and Ashley Weborg. Caitlin Nine has 2, Brittany Newkirk has 2, and Riley Hall has 1. So we'll step aside for just a minute and be back to get ready for third quarter basketball action. At the half, the Mustangs lead it by 9, 32-23.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go before the start of the third quarter. Give you time to run to the refrigerator, maybe grab an extra blanket on this cold and chilly next to the last day of 2015. We're very glad that you chose to spend this day with us here from the Alliance Holiday Tournament. We got a nice batch of folks online watching with us. We certainly appreciate that. We hope that you're enjoying today's game action. Just under 6 minutes now left to go in the break. We'll step aside. We'll mute the sound and be back with the start of the third quarter in just a minute here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net coverage of Mustang basketball. So we are at the half, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go before the start of the third quarter. Mustangs lead this one 32-23. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you about our upcoming broadcasts. Our next broadcast will be when the girls travel to Valentine. The Lady Mustangs head to Valentine for a matchup with the Valentine Badgers. We'll be there to bring that action to you. And then again on Saturday, the 9th of January, that's the next day, the Mustang teams will be at Bayard, where they'll take on the Bayard Tigers. We'll bring that action to you as well. So check the website for game times. Those game times also available on the school's website, grmustangs.org. Check it out there on the calendar if you want to know ahead of time. Beyond Numbers, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Certified Public Accountants, is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They are a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual, agricultural, and business tax accounting and planning services for over 50 years. They've got offices in Scottsbluff, Chadron, Mullen, and Gordon. Contact the Gordon office at 106 North Main Street today. Hin's Home Furnishings in Gordon invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily, and they have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see just exactly what you're looking for, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. And remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Tax season is just around the corner, and accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all of your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. Give Carol a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by the office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon, and it pays to have an accountant on your side. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516, or find her on the web at scherrealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. And Essence in downtown Gordon has a great variety of unique items and a fantastic selection of wines and a whole lot more. Stop in and check out the elegant store at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank in Gordon. We are just about ready to get this second half underway. Mustangs come out of the break with a 9-point lead. They led by as many as 11 in the first half. Bridgeport has the basketball to start things off. Cantu to Baxter and back to Cantu now. Mustangs in that 1-3-1 zone. They go down low for Weborg, but it's taken away. Ashton Sassy with the steal. Gets it to Hin and ahead to Kenna Campbell. And the Mustangs get the turnover on the first possession. Pull-up jumper by Josie Perez. Nicely done that time. She's got 12 on the afternoon. Stretches that lead back to 11 at 34-23. Cantu back across to Baxter. Newkirk with it. Cantu drives to the free throw line, kicks it across to Newkirk. Her shot off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Carly Hin. Gets it out quickly to Ashton Sassy down the left side. Ahead to Josie Perez. Flips it inside for Carly Hin. That was a good look by Perez. And Hin nails it, puts it in, scores her 10th point of the contest. And it's 36-23. It's a 13-point game. Newkirk in, but throws it right to Carly Hin. Mustangs have come out on fire at the defensive end of the floor to start this second half. Hin down low for Perez, and her shot is blocked, but she is fouled. I think that's Riley Hall. It is Riley Hall picking up her second foul. And Josie Perez to the free throw line. First one is no good. Josie not shooting as well as she often does from the free throw line today. Just 4 for 10 for Josie. She gets that one to drop in, though. Makes it 37-23 with 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Baxter tracks it down and into the corner for Newkirk. They go inside for Weborg, kicks it back out. taken away, wrestled for, battled for, jump ball, and alternating possession to the Mustangs. They take it away again. And the Mustangs doing a great job on the defensive end of the floor. Try to go high post, and Weborg steps in front of it, takes that one away. Ashton Sassy maybe telegraphed that a little bit. She really tried to fire that in. Weborg with the quick reflexes took it away. That one's kicked by Josie Perez. Bridgeport will maintain possession with 6 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And that's a traveling call on Lydia Cantu. Tried to put the shot up. Somebody reached in and got a hand on it. She came back down with it, and that's traveling. More good defense by the Mustangs in this third quarter. They have really shut the door so far on Bridgeport. Carly Hinn off glass and good. Made it look easy that time. Carly Hinn with 12. Under 6 to go in the third quarter, 39-23. Into the corner for Newkirk, nearly taken away by Hinn. Newkirk tees it up off the top of the backboard. Pulled out of there by Hinn. Gets it ahead to Sassy. Sassy flips it ahead to Perez. Perez looking underneath, and she and Kenna Campbell not quite on the same page. Kenna had headed to the basket and then decided to duck back outside. The pass went inside, and they'll turn it over. 5:37 left to go in the third quarter. Cantu out high with it. Newkirk on the wing. High post for Hall. Hall into the lane. That one's no good, and the rebound ripped down by Keely Campbell, tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. 5:24 to go, third quarter. Sassy crosses the timeline, works against Cantu, fires it into Perez. Perez takes a couple dribbles to her left, tees it up for three. Good! Oh, just had a foot on the line, a two-pointer for Josie. She's got 15. 41-23, under 5 to go in the third quarter, and a reach-in foul. I believe they're going to get Perez. That's Josie's second foul. 4:56 to go, and a timeout on the floor called by Coach Randy Holbert. Will take it with them. Third quarter, Mustangs lead it 41-23.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
So the Mustangs jumped out to the quick early lead. They led at the end of the first quarter 11-2. It had tightened up. No, it hadn't. Well, it had. It tightened up quite a bit, down to a 2-point game, but the Mustangs were able to extend that back to a 9-point game at the half. 34-23. That would be an 11-point game. And now it's 41-23. Out of the inbounds play, that shot's no good. Rebound picked up by Carly Hinn. Sassy brings it down the floor in a hurry. They'll swing it around. Three-pointer on the way from Kenna Campbell. That one is short and rebounded by Newkirk. Brittany Newkirk quickly up the floor. Dribbles around Ashton Sassy. Now to Weborg. She'll kick it out. Lydia Cantu drives in. Down low for Riley Hall. Her shot's off the mark, no good. Cantu comes out of there with it. Thought about the three. Now here's Baxter from long range. And the bank is open for Emily Baxter. That's her second three-pointer of the game. 41-26 with 4:10 to go. Now Josie Perez has it. She works against Cantu. Gets the pick. She drives down, and Josie is fouled. I think that's Riley Hall that's going to be whistled for the foul. And that is her third. So Riley Hall with 2 third-quarter fouls. 3:58 to go. Josie Perez back at the free throw line. First one is good. Rianne Ferguson comes into the game. She'll give Kenna Campbell a rest. Hall and Baxter head to the bench for Bridgeport. And Josie makes them both. Makes it 43-26. Now 9 back into the game for Bridgeport. Cross to Newkirk. Shot, that won't go, but Newkirk gets the rebound, feeds it to 9 underneath, and she puts it in for her first 2 points of the afternoon. 43-28, 3:35 left to go in the third quarter. Ashton Sassy sets the offense for the Mustangs. They work against a man-to-man defense by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Perez on the give and go. Outside for Sassy, three-pointer. That one's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Alexis Corman. Taken away by Carly Hinn. She is fouled on the shot, and Carly will head to the free throw line. Fouled by Corman, and that is her first. Carly has 2 shots. First one's off the mark. Carly's got 12 points this afternoon. She averages 7. And she missed everything on the second one. Kenna Campbell back in. Carly heads to the bench for a breather. 3:17 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs lead it by 15. It's 43-28. Rianne Ferguson back into the game for the Mustangs as well. That one slapped away, and Kenna's going to be called for the reach-in foul. Kenna Campbell will pick up. Got to find her on the score sheet. That is her third. Kenna will head to the bench, and Carly Hinn right back into the ball game. Nine at the top of the key, hands it off to Lydia Cantu. They work it inside for Ashley Weborg. She'll have to kick it back outside for Cantu. Good quick step that time. Newkirk tees it up from the outside, and that one rattles off no good. Weborg with the rebound. Her putback won't go. It's out of bounds. Must be Bridgeport basketball. 2:50 left to go, third quarter. Over the top, they get it into 9. Now to Cantu. Corman cross-court pass to Newkirk. Cantu from the free throw line. Her jumper off glass and good. Her first points of the afternoon. 43-30 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Josie Perez on the right wing. Looks now back to Sassy between the circles. Sassy works to her left. Now she'll peel back out and gets it to Hinn. Perez at the free throw line, works inside. Jumper, that one's off the mark, but Carly Hinn is there to clean it up. And then Keely Campbell gets the rebound, and she is fouled. And Keely will head to the free throw line. And that is Caitlin 9 picking up her third foul. Keely Campbell yet to find the scoreboard today. Her first free throws of the day. First one is no good. Will you close that up and hide it back over there for me? Keely's second free throw is good. Extends the lead back to 14 at 44-30. 2:05 left to go in the third quarter. And there's a takeaway by the Mustangs. That's Callie Schultz back into the game with the steal. Josie Perez has that pass slapped away. Lots of contact, but no fouls called. Carly Hinn drives in. She'll kick it out to Sassy. 3-ball on the way. That one's off the mark. And a foul going to be called on Rianne Ferguson. And that is Rianne's third. Get it into Newkirk. Gets it ahead to 9. Gathers herself, finds Hall underneath the basket. Too far under the basket. Her shot hits the bottom side of the rim, and it's pulled out of there by Ashton Sassy. Ashton quickly up the floor. Now she dribbles it off her foot, picks it up, and a traveling call as she collided with Callie Schultz, and they'll turn it back over. 1:31 left to go in the third quarter. There's a takeaway by Callie Schultz, and she is fouled. That's Ashley Weborg's fourth foul. 1:29 left to go in the third quarter. Callie Schultz the free throw line for the first time today. Callie, a 5'5" freshman, and she makes the first. 45-30. Cantu comes in, and Ashley Weborg will have to head to the bench with those 4 fouls. And Callie Schultz made them both. Mustangs back to the pressure. Newkirk to Cantu. Cantu over to Newkirk. Pass nearly too far, but now they've broken the press. Hall all by herself under the basket, lays it up, and good. She's got 12 on the afternoon. 1:10 to go. Perez takes it to the block, a wild shot, but she's fouled, and Josie will head back to the free throw line for 2 more. Give that foul to Emily Baxter. That is just her first. 1:06 to go, third quarter. Josie Perez back at the line. First one is good. And she makes them both. Josie is 5 for 6 from the free throw line in the second half. Baxter to Newkirk, back to Baxter. Free throw line jumper, no good, but she gets her own rebound. Now she'll kick it out for Riley Hall. Pull-up jumper, good. Riley Hall with 14 points. She averages 5. She's got 14 this afternoon. 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Perez sets it up, gets the pick and roll, and that time it worked great, except that Carly could not finish. Here comes Bridgeport. 25 seconds to work in the third quarter. Cantu inside for Hall. And she double dribbled, turns it over to the Mustangs with 20 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Keely Campbell back in. She'll take the place of Carly Hinn in the Mustang lineup. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And now 9 back to the bench for Bridgeport. 9, who wears number 5, was the 6th player on the floor for the Bulldogs. 13 seconds for the Mustangs, now 12. Perez gets the pick from Sassy, drives to the corner, turns the corner on the baseline, shot up, rolls off, no good. Keely Campbell there to battle for the rebound. Possession, though, in favor of the Bridgeport Bulldogs with 3.7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And a timeout called by Bridgeport. 3.7 seconds left in this third quarter. Bridgeport calls the timeout. And Grocery Mart is your full-service grocery store. They've got that personal hometown atmosphere that everybody loves. Stop in and see the good folks at Grocery Mart in downtown Gordon. And Hinn's Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, including cookware, appliances, tools, and toys. And they've got bikes and ride-on toys as well. Stop in and see the good folks at Hinn's Hardware in downtown Rushville. 3.7 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Mustangs lead this one by 14, 48 to 34. The Mustangs will apply some full court pressure, try to chew up as much of that 3.7 seconds as they can. That ball was tipped by Sassy, but she couldn't get it cleanly. And then Cantu with the double dribble call, and that'll leave the Mustangs with time, very little time to work, but time to work nonetheless at 1.8 seconds left. Now Caitlin 9 checks into the ball game for Cantu. Ashton Sassy will inbound it. Get it into Josie Perez. 1 second. Shot at the buzzer. That one won't quite go. At the end of the third quarter, it's the Mustangs 48 and the Bridgeport Bulldogs 34.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
Well, ready to get the fourth quarter underway. The Mustangs have extended that lead, that halftime lead. They now lead it by 14, 48 to 34. As we head to the fourth quarter, on the floor for Bridgeport to start the quarter, Baxter, Hall, Newkirk, Corman, and 9. For the Mustangs, Perez, Schultz, Sassy, Hinn, and Keeley Campbell. So Ashton Sassy takes the ball and sets it up for the Mustangs, has it poked out of there by Newkirk. The Mustangs will maintain possession. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Carly Hinn takes the inbounds pass. She works against Corman. Goes high post for Josie Perez. She has it taken away by Newkirk. Newkirk has it poked away from behind by Ashton Sassy. It'll be out of bounds. Bridgeport basketball with 7:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Riley Hall to inbound it. Corman for 3, and the bank is open for Alexis Corman. The three-pointer is good, 48 to 37, 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Sassy goes high post for Keeley Campbell. She has it poked away. Ball loose on the floor, controlled by Baxter, flips it out. And here comes 9, and she's going to be fouled by Ashton Sassy. Ashton disagrees with the call, but nonetheless, she draws the foul. That is just her first. And just the third team foul on the Mustangs. Fourth team foul as they put it up on the board. 4 for the Mustangs in this second half. That one's tipped by Schultz, but Bridgeport maintains possession, and a traveling call will turn it back over to the Mustangs with 7:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. (48-37). It's 11-point ball game for the Mustangs, and we got a timeout called on the floor by Mustangs head coach Randy Holbert. Wants to talk things over. 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. We'll take the timeout with him.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Seven minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs lead this one by 11. 6 team fouls by the Bridgeport Bulldogs, so the Mustangs will be in the 1-and-1 bonus the rest of the way. Mustangs with just 4 team fouls. And foul trouble, Ashley Weborg for Bridgeport with 4 fouls. Caitlin 9 with 3 and Lydia Cantu also with 3. The Mustangs, Rianne Ferguson and Kenna Campbell each with 3 fouls. So Bridgeport now in a 2-3 zone. The Mustangs will try to diagnose that. Keely Campbell kicks it out to Sassy between the circles. They go high post for Hinn. Sassy drives in. Her shot may have been partially blocked, but they're going to say no, she was fouled on the play. And Ashton Sassy heads to the free throw line. See who they call this on. Give that foul to Corman. Alexis Corman picks up her second. And Ashton Sassy with her first free throws of the afternoon. First one is no good. Ashton's got 5 points on a 3-pointer and a field goal. Second free throw rolls in. That one is good. Gives her 6 points. Extends the lead to 49-37. 6:35 to go. Quickly ahead to Riley Hall. Can't get that easy shot to go. And a traveling call on Carly Hinn. Trying to get rid of that on the quick outlet pass. And she turns it over. 6:31 left to go, fourth quarter. 49-37. Hall's inbounds pass taken away by Josie Perez, a 1-on-3. She doesn't care. She takes it all the way in, lays it up, and can't get it to fall. But there's Carly Hinn to clean it up, and she is fouled. Carly back to the free throw line. Fouled by Emily Baxter. Carly comes out of there a little bit gimpy. 6:24 left to go, fourth quarter. Carly's free throw, that's no good. The Mustangs not doing their part from the free throw line to salt this one away. Callie Schultz heads to the bench. Rianne Ferguson comes into the lineup for the Mustangs. Mustangs need to make their free throws down the stretch here, and Carly missed them both. Keely Campbell with the rebound, though. Comes outside and a scramble for it. Perez comes away with it. Drives to the hoop, puts it up and in. 51-37 with 6:12 left to go. And that's a traveling call. 9 wanted to go inside. Cocked the hammer and then wasn't able to let it go and slid that pivot foot. 6:10 left to go, fourth quarter. 51-37. Back to the 14-point lead. That's the biggest of the game for the Mustangs. Hinn in the corner for Perez as the Mustangs work against this zone. Perez works to her right, hands it off to Sassy. And the Mustangs not afraid to take a little bit of time off the clock here. They'll kick it over to Sassy. She drives in, loses the handle. Ball loose on the floor, tied up by Ferguson and Hall. And the possession arrow in favor of the Bridgeport Bulldogs as Weborg and Cantu back into the game. 9 heads to the bench along with Corman. 5:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Weborg playing with 4 fouls, Cantu with 3. Weborg to inbound it. She'll get it into Cantu. She'll hand it back off to Ashley Weborg, and she'll bring it up the floor. Crosses the timeline. Mustangs have her trapped there. She gets it to Cantu. Newkirk back to Cantu in the lane. Kicks it out to Baxter. Cantu back to Newkirk. Her shot off the back iron, no good. Out of bounds off of Rianne Ferguson, they say. So it stays with the Bulldogs with 5:26 to go in the fourth quarter. They find Baxter. Now up top for Hall. Hall drives in, has it poked away, saves it back in, but she stepped on the end line. Mustang basketball with 5:18 to go in the fourth. The Mustangs really tightened out that defensive pressure in the second half, and they did it without committing a whole bunch of fouls. Just 4 team fouls for the Mustangs with the 5:10 mark left in the fourth quarter. Carly Hinn out on the right wing. Now she'll dribble down to the corner and kick it back up for Josie Perez. Drives into the lane, left it for Ferguson. Rianne wasn't quite ready for it. Rianne had pinned her defender and had position, but she couldn't get to that pass. They're going to say it's tipped out of bounds off of one of the Bulldogs. Keely Campbell didn't get the memo. Now she's back into the game. They come over the top to Keeley, but it's over her head. Ferguson catches up with it, gathers it in, slides it across the floor to Perez. Three-pointer by Perez is good. (54-37). And there's a takeaway by Carly Hinn. Carly brings it up the right side, hands it off to Perez in traffic. Spin move. And another good basket for Josie Perez. 56-37 with 4.5 to go. Mustangs starting to extend this lead. Put the hammer down. Ashley Weborg now in the corner, flips it up top for Cantu. Cantu's shot in the lane, and that won't go. She is fouled by Josie Perez. And that is the third foul on Perez with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the ball game. Mustangs' little run here extended that lead to 19, their biggest of the game. The first free throw by Cantu falls off, no good. Now Kenna Campbell and Callie Schultz into the game. Keely Campbell and Carly Hinn both head to the bench. So Cantu lines up the second. That's off the back iron and falls in. It's good. 56-38. Now some pressure by the Bulldogs. They'll flip it ahead to Callie Schultz. Now the Mustangs with a 4-on-2. They've got numbers down low for Ferguson. Up and good. Rianne Ferguson having a big afternoon. She's got 6 points. Makes it a 20-point lead for the Mustangs. Newkirk brings it in, flips it out to Hall. Her shot up in good. Hall's got 16 points and a timeout called by Bridgeport with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. Been a good sponsor of our broadcast from the very beginning. And Chris has got an outstanding vehicle over there that you ought to stop in and look at if you're looking for a new truck. He's got a 2013 Ford F-150. This is a crew cab. It's got the Lariat package, and of course, it is a four-wheel drive. It's got an EcoBoost engine, trailer tow package, tailgate step. It's got the chrome package and heated leather seats, which would feel great on a day like this. This is a locally owned trade. It's only got 37,000 miles on it. Check it out. It could be yours today for just $34,150. Stop in and see Chris Heiser at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left to go fourth quarter. 8 team fouls for Bridgeport, so the Mustangs in the 1-and-1. Mustangs with just 5 team fouls, so 2 away from the 1-and-1 for Bridgeport. Kenna Campbell to inbound the basketball. Asking for a little help. She gets it from Ashton Sassy. Flips it ahead to Josie Perez. Now Josie hits the deck, loses the handle, scramble for it on the floor, tied up, and the Mustangs with the possession arrow. That floor was a little bit slippery yesterday, and it seems to be that way again here in the fourth quarter. Players for both teams hitting the deck, losing their footing. Here's Perez at the top of the key. Squares up, directs a little traffic. Now she'll pull it back out. High post for Kenna Campbell. Into the corner for Ferguson. Ferguson tees it up, and she missed that one badly. Baxter ahead to Hall. Hall lays it in and count the basket and the foul. And that is Rianne Ferguson's 4th foul. So Riley Hall with 18 points. Ferguson heads to the bench. Carly Hinn back in. Rianne has certainly got her money's worth today. 6 points and 4 fouls for the freshman. Well, Riley Hall's free throw is good. And Kenna Campbell brings it quickly up the floor. 3:19 to go. And Kenna wanted to toss that to Josie Perez. Josie wasn't there anymore, so it's a double dribble call on the Mustangs. They give it back to Bridgeport with 3:17 to go. Newkirk pulls the trigger, baseline jumper, it's good. She's got 8 points, equals her season average. Kenna Campbell brings it up the floor, switches to the left hand, goes in. She is fouled, and that'll be the end of the game for Ashley Weborg. Ashley Weborg fouls out with just 4 points. And Kenna Campbell will head to the free throw line. Kenna hasn't scored in this second half. So Bridgeport takes their time, and now they'll send Alexis Corman into the lineup to take the place of Weborg. Keely Campbell comes into the lineup for the Mustangs as Callie Schultz heads to the bench. 2 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 58-45, 13-point Mustang lead. First free throw is up and good for Kenna Campbell. 6 points on the afternoon for Kenna. Just 1 away from her season average. That second one is short, and Keely Campbell's going to be called for her third foul. And that will put Bridgeport into the 1-1. I think that's Riley Hall at the line. The angle was just exactly wrong. Couldn't see exactly who it was that was shooting the free throw. Riley Hall's first free throw off the back iron and no good, but controlled by Newkirk. Tipped away on the pass, but Hall will get it back. Newkirk drives in, shot from the block. That's no good. Battle for the basketball. Carly Hinn rips it away and gets it ahead to Ashton Sassy. Tries to get it to Josie Perez, and she is fouled. That'll mean more free throws for Josie. Emily Baxter just picked up her third foul. Josie Perez, makes the first. She's 6 of 7 from the free throw line in the second half. Not her normal self in the first, but she's made up for it here. Then she misses the second. Hall brings that rebound down. With 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. That one's taken away by Kenna Campbell. Kenna ahead to Josie Perez. Perez up and too hard. Had a defender right there with her, and she shot that layup just a little too hard. Here comes Corman. Now she'll flip it back out to Cantu with 2:15 to go. Down into the corner for Hall. Good ball movement here by Bridgeport. Cantu wanted the three, couldn't pull the trigger, and then she throws it away. Tried to get it to Baxter, and they couldn't make connections. So now Gracie Perez comes into the game as Keely Campbell heads to the bench. Gracie, another freshman, a 5'6" freshman, seeing her first game action of the afternoon. Carly Hinn takes the inbounds pass and gets it to Kenna Campbell. She'll cross the timeline with it. Ashton Sassy on the right wing. She'll dribble it back out. Mustangs lead it by 15 at 60-45. They'd like to kill some time and get out of here with a win. And we got a timeout called by head coach Randy Holbert. 1:49 left to go fourth quarter, 30-second timeout. Mustangs lead it 60-45. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company. They offer all forms of insurance. Stop in at 224 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can call them at 282-0560. Well, the Mustangs are just about to end a 2-game losing streak and get themselves back on the winning way as they get ready to head to Valentine on next Friday. That is January the 8th. Well, they'll take on the Valentine Badgers. We'll have that game for you here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. And then the following day, Saturday, January 9th, Mustang boys and girls will be in Bayard. Mustangs trying to kill some clock here. Play and catch. They go high post for Perez, and she'll kick it back out to Campbell. Campbell guarded closely. Gets it to Hien. Hien has her pass tipped, and the takeaway by Newkirk. Quickly ahead to Riley Hall, but that's slapped away by Ashton Sassy. Good hustle play that time by Sassy. She came from behind, able to tip that away and prevent the easy layup on the other end for Bridgeport. 1:19 left to go in the game. Hall inbounds it to Corman. Skips it across to Baxter. Into the corner for Newkirk. Baxter, three-pointer from the wing, and she banks another one home. Her third three-pointer of the day. That's all she's made. 3 3-pointers, gives her 9 points. Gracie Perez tees it up for 3. That won't go. And the outlet pass stolen by Ashton Sassy with 55 seconds left to go. Hien back to Kenna Campbell. Now back to Hien. Mustangs content to play catch. Ready to just make this clock disappear. Kenna Campbell will dribble it to the right wing with 42 seconds left. Carly Hien swings it across to Sassy, and she'll dribble. Now it switches directions, working against Baxter. Carly Hien has it over the top to Campbell. 30 seconds left to go. Gracie Perez on the wing, and back to Campbell. Carly Hien down in the corner for Perez, Josie Perez that is. And now Kenna Campbell, we're under 20 seconds left to go. Mustangs doing a great job of killing clock here. Ashton Sassy has it, hands it off to Kenna Campbell. Under 10 to go. Gracie Perez shoots it. That won't go. Rebounded by Bridgeport with 2-1. Brittany Newkirk won't get the shot off in time. Final score, Gordon-Rushville 60 and the Bridgeport Bulldogs 48. So we'll step aside for just a minute, and we'll be back with some final unofficial scoring totals. Final score from the girls' consolation game at the Alliance Holiday Tournament, Gordon-Rushville 60 and Bridgeport 48.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So let's take a look at some final unofficial scoring for the Mustangs. Josie Perez leads the way again. She scored 27 points. Carly Hien finished with 12 for the Mustangs. 3 players then with 6. Kenna Campbell with 6, Ashton Sassy and Rianne Ferguson all with 6 points. Callie Schultz had 5. And Keely Campbell added 1 for the Mustangs, for a final score of 60 points. 4 points over their season average. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Riley Hall led the way. She scored 19 points. Emily Baxter added 9. Brittany Newkirk with 8. Ashley Weborg added 4. All 4 of those came in the first half. Lydia Cantu and Alexis Corman each with 3. And Caitlin 9 added 2 points for the Bulldogs. Final score from the consolation round of the Alliance Holiday Tournament, Gordon-Rushville 60 and Bridgeport 48. We will step aside and reset the scoreboard. We'll get ready for the boys' consolation game, which will feature the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers coming up in just about 15 minutes. In fact, they just started the 15-minute timer, so 15 minutes from now, we'll be ready for the start of boys' consolation round action from the Alliance Holiday Tournament. Thanks for joining us. We'll mute the sound and be back with some starting lineups in just a minute here on Sheridan County net coverage of Mustang basketball. Well, we are 7 minutes and 21 seconds away from the start of boys varsity basketball action consolation round game between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First, for the 2-7 Mitchell Tigers, they fell to the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the first round yesterday afternoon. Starters this afternoon for the Mitchell Tigers. Number 12 is Chase Watson. He is a 6'1" senior. Number 20 is Seth Marco. He is a 5'9" junior. Number 22 is Joe Pieper, a 6'5" junior. Number 32, Jaden Snyder, is a 6'4" senior. And number 42, Cody Eberspecher, a 6'3" senior. For the Mustangs, they lost yesterday evening in the final game of the set to the Alliance Bulldogs. The Mustangs had a big first half lead but couldn't hold it and ended up losing to the Bulldogs on their home floor. Puts them into the consolation round here this afternoon. The Mustangs with a season record of 4-3. Starters this afternoon for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Number 3, Ryan Schwarting. He is a 5'8" senior. He averages 14 points a game to lead the club. Number 12 is Corby Campbell. He is a 6'3" sophomore. He averages 6 points and 4 rebounds per game. Trace Bagan, number 22. He is a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 5 points and 2 rebounds. Number 23, Rhett Conroy, a 6'3" senior, averages 4 points and 5 rebounds. And number 24, Jared Nelson, the 6' sophomore, 12 points and 3 rebounds per game. 5.5 minutes left to go before the start of today's basketball action. Mustangs just coming back onto the floor to finish up their warm-ups. Glad to have all of you along with us here this afternoon. We'll take a quick look here. A good crowd on hand. Like to thank each and every one of you for joining us here this afternoon for boys varsity basketball action. In case you missed it, the girls knocked off the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the first game of today's action by a final score of 60-48. Say thanks to sponsors of today's basketball action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware in Rushville, Grocery Mart, Carol Child Accountant, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment Company in Gordon, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And the Journal-Star, of course, is available as an online edition. If you're watching this broadcast, you're just a click away. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. Choose the online edition and have the newspaper and all the news that is news in Sheridan County at your fingertips on your desktop, laptop, or mobile device anytime and anywhere. Check out that online edition from the SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go before boys varsity basketball action. We'll step aside one last time. Actually, let's take this opportunity and let's show you some of the replays from the girls' game that just concluded. So these are some of the highlights from that girls' game to trigger the offense with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Sassy gets the pick. They try the pick and roll, and there's Riley Hall to take that one away. She was ready for it. Hall drives in, has her shot blocked by Kenna Campbell. And now off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Carly Hinn. Gets it out quickly to Ashton Sassy down the left side. Ahead to Josie Perez. Flips it inside for Carly Hinn. That was a good look by Perez. And Hinn nails it, puts it in. Well, didn't get the memo. Now she's back into the game. They come over the top to Keeley, but it's over her head. Ferguson catches up with it, gathers it in, slides it across the floor to Perez. Three-pointer by Perez is good. 54-37. And there's a takeaway by Carly Hinn. Carly brings it up the right side, hands it off to Perez in traffic. Spin move. So that was the highlights from the girls' win today against the Bridgeport Bulldogs. It's always interesting, and we don't remember exactly what we clicked the replay button on, and so I'm watching those and enjoy them right along with you at home as we go through those replays. And so it was a good win today for the Mustangs as they take third place in the tournament here at the Alliance Holiday Tournament this afternoon. Mustangs have headed over to the bench, just about ready to introduce the starting lineups for today's action. Both teams at their benches getting some final words of wisdom from their coaches. I am Clint Anderson along with cameraman Jesse Moss and our broadcast engineer Jacob Grover here this afternoon. And both of these young men doing a fine job for us and helping us bring you the highest quality broadcast that we certainly can. Waiting for the final 45 seconds to tick off of the pregame clock. Everybody is just about ready to go. And we mentioned it yesterday, but this is a high level of difficulty for Jesse behind the camera because we are broadcasting from one end of the court, and so it requires a lot of zooming in and moving the camera back and forth. Not quite as easy as what it usually is, but I think Jesse's done an outstanding job. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
A 6-foot senior, number 3, Ryan Schwartz. A 5'11" sophomore, number 12, Courtney Campbell. A 6'2" sophomore, number 22, Trace Egan. A 5'11" senior, number 20, Rhett Conroy. And a 6'1" sophomore, number 24, Jared Nelson. Now for the Tigers of Mitchell, coached by Jason Gregory. A 6'1" senior, number 12, Chase Watson. A 5'9" junior, number 20, Seth Marco. A 6'5" junior, number 22, Joe Beaver. A 6'4" senior, number 32, J.P. Snyder. And the 6'3" senior, number 42, Cody Everstetcher. And for purposes of scoring, Mitchell will be the home team on the scoreboard.
So there are the starting lineups. Let's run through those one more time for you. For the 2-7 Mitchell Tigers, on the floor to start the game, Watson, Marco, Pieper, Snyder, and Eberspecher. For the Mustangs, Ryan Schwarting, Corby Campbell, Trace Bagan, Rhett Conroy, and Jared Nelson. We are ready to get things underway. Two teams exchanging niceties before we get things going here. Nice to see some good sportsmanship. Rhett Conroy in the circle to jump it up against Joe Pieper to get things started here this afternoon. And Pieper wins the tip. Mitchell controls it. And Eberspecher with the basketball. Tries to hand it off. It's taken away by Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting ahead to Corby Campbell. Campbell up strong. Can't get it to fall. And back the other way come the Mitchell Tigers. Chase Watson to Joe Pieper out between the circles. Looks inside for Eberspecher at the high post. Eberspecher hands it off to Marco. Man-to-man defense by the Mustangs, and that's a takeaway by Corby Campbell. Good defense that time by Gordon-Rushville. Ryan Schwarting works against Marco. Gets it to Jared Nelson. He's guarded closely by Chase Watson. They go high post for Corby Campbell. Campbell hands it off to Nelson. Man-to-man defense by the Mitchell Tigers. In the early going, 7:03 left to go, no score in this first quarter. Campbell tried to get it down low for Bagan, has that pass blocked. Eberspecher comes the other way for Mitchell. Hands it back out to Watson, and Mitchell goes to work. Watson drives in, kicks it out for Marco on the wing. Marco goes down low to the block. Marco cutting to the basket, has it slapped out of there by Corby Campbell, but Mitchell maintains possession. Eberspecher from the baseline, shot up, that won't go. Contact, but no foul called. And quickly out to Ryan Schwarting, a 1-on-4. Schwarting past everybody, lays it up, can't get that to go. Mustangs have missed a couple of easy baskets. Well, not necessarily easy, but close baskets at any rate. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Tried to get it into Eberspecher, but that's tipped away by Rhett Conroy and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mitchell Tigers. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the first quarter. No score in the early going of this consolation match round. Pieper to the free throw line, kicks it out to Watson. Watson to Marco on the wing. He'll back it out, and Watson will dribble into the free throw line, kicks it out for Eberspecher. Now to Pieper at the top of the key. And back to Watson. Mustangs playing good, solid man-to-man defense in the early going here. Pieper all the way in. Had some contact and couldn't get it to go. There's a shot up and good by Eberspecher. Starts the scoring off. Now the Mustangs trying to get down the floor in a hurry. Trace Bagan thought about the three. Now we'll hand it off to Corby Campbell. Ryan Schwarting in the corner. Flips it up over the top to Nelson. 5.5 to go first quarter. Mitchell leads it 2-0. Nelson gets the pick from Conroy. Drives in, loses the handle. Battle for it. Pulled out of there by Pieper. Gets it to Watson. Watson's being hounded by Schwarting. Finally, he'll get it to Pieper, and he'll cross the timeline with it. Back to Watson with 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Pieper swings it around to Snyder, now back up to Pieper. Eberspecher on the wing, back to Watson. And Pieper has it. Marco goes inside for Eberspecher. Finally got a hold of it. Puts it in for two more. Eberspecher with all four Mitchell points. It's 4-0 Mitchell. 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Bagan has it on the wing. Now he'll dribble with the left hand. Good look down low. Corby Campbell with the nice finish. And Corby puts the Mustangs on the board. It's 4-2 with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Ryan Schwarting giving Watson all kinds of trouble. Pieper drives across the timeline, hands it off to Watson. Watson drives in, flips up a little runner, and then a collision as I think Snyder draws the foul for Mitchell. Jaden Snyder picks up his first. So a fast-paced first quarter, 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first. And Jared Nelson brings it up, flips it to Bagan on the right wing. Campbell top of the key to Nelson on the left wing. Nelson dribbles around, lost his footing. Now Campbell in the corner. Tosses it out to Schwarting between the circles. He works against Marco. Hands it off to Nelson. Mustangs with some patient offense. Now three-pointer by Bagan is no good, but Rhett Conroy tracks down the rebound. And the Mustangs back in business. Ryan Schwarting drives to the baseline and draws the blocking foul on Colby Eberspecher. And that is the first on Eberspecher. Second team foul on Mitchell. And like the Mustangs have started doing lately, Bagan, Ryan Schwarting, and Rhett Conroy head to the bench. Dylan Schwarting, Brady Bolander, and Sean Combs come in. So they've run this platoon-type system for the last couple of games. They get it into Corby Campbell. Nice job, just the way they drew it up. Easy lay-in for Corby Campbell. We're tied at 4 with 3:24 to go in the game. Christian Perez, number 23, into the game for Mitchell. Eberspecher has his shot blocked by Corby Campbell. Good defense that time by Corby. Went straight up and blocked that shot. Bolander puts up the shot. That's blocked. That's Dylan Mailing. And now Corby Campbell gets it back. Got the ball trapped against his leg and traveled with it. So the ball goes back over to the Mitchell Tigers. So Christian Perez into the game. He's number 23. Now we've got number 54, who I don't have on my sheet for the Mitchell Tigers into the game. We'll have to do some research and find out who this is. They go over the top to 54. He can't convert the shot, and it'll be Mustang basketball. I'm sure that we didn't have a 54 on the program for Mitchell. So we'll have to do the research and find out exactly who that is. 2:40 to go. Mustangs with the basketball, tied at 4. Dylan Schwarting to Nelson on the wing. Now back to Schwarting. Across to Bolender. Bolender drives in, got himself trapped underneath the basket, tried to pass it out, and it's off the back of the backboard and out of bounds. They'll turn it over. That one's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say a foul on Jared Nelson. That'll be his first, and the first Mustang foul of the half. Tied at 4 with 2:23 to go. Low scoring first half. Apologize for not having a name to go along with the number for Mr. number 54 here. Now there's a takeaway by Dylan Schwarting. Good defense that time by the Mustangs. Dylan Schwarting down the floor with it. Schwarting is going to be called for the carry. Number 54 is the end of the bench for Mitchell. Just ask somebody who looks like they might know, or one of their fans, somebody. 2:05 to go, first quarter, tied at 4. So 54 is Cleveland Burnett. He was listed as number 40 on the program, but this is Burnett now. Flips it across, and that is Perez with the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go. That one's tipped by Dylan Schwarting and out of bounds. Mitchell will maintain possession. 1:50 left to go in the first quarter of action. Boys consolation game. Burnett inside for Snyder. Can't finish. Rebounded by Conroy. He flips it ahead to Dylan Schwarting, but Perez comes from behind and picks his pocket. Mustangs get it back. Bagan looks, now we'll flip it back up top for Schwarting. The Mustangs average 56 points a game. They're a long way from that with just 4 points in the first half, and we got an offensive foul on the Mustangs. That is Sean Combs, and he picks up his first. So Burnett to inbound it. And this is Christian Perez. Gets it ahead to Snyder. His pull-up jumper is off the mark. No good. And rebounded by Joe Pieper. Outside to Burnett. Burnett for 3. That one's no good. And the rebound cleared by Sean Combs for the Mustangs. Hand is off to Ryan Schwarting with a minute left to go. Into the corner for Dylan Schwarting. Dylan dribbles it out. And the Mustangs get ready to set the offense. Good defense played by the Mitchell Tigers so far in this first half. On the wing for Bagan, the corner for Dylan Schwarting. Back to Bagan, and now Sean Combs called for a 3-second violation as the Mustangs turn it over again. 40.9 seconds left to go in this first quarter. We are tied at 4. Eberspecher comes back in, and Pieper heads to the bench for Mitchell. Eberspecher with the 4 points for the Mitchell Tigers. Burnett ahead to Perez, and he's got it stolen away by Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting loses the handle. Battle for it as Rhett Conroy comes up with it, but Perez comes out of the pile with it. Now the Mustangs get it back. Both teams trying to run fast and getting a little bit sloppy. Dylan Schwarting lines it up for 3. That one's short, no good. They'll kick it out to Ryan Schwarting for 3. That one is good. 3-pointer for Ryan Schwarting. mark that one down, and the Mustangs with their first lead of the game at 7-4, and a foul on the Mustangs. Sean Combs, well, who did they give that to? They may have given that to Ryan Shorting. They did. They gave that to Ryan, and that is his first. So they get it in. Burnett tracks down the long pass. Nice tip that time. He tips it ahead to Eberspecher. At the buzzer, the shot won't go. At the end of one, it is Gordon-Rushville 7 and Mitchell 4.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So ready to start the second quarter. Mustangs lead it by 3, 7-4. Low scoring first half. Both teams playing very good defense to start this game. And then things got a little sloppy towards the end of that first quarter. Both teams trying to get up and down the floor in a hurry. So the Mustangs will have the basketball to start the second quarter and a 3-point lead. Trace Bagan has it on the wing, goes inside for Conroy, kicks it out. Campbell, three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good, but Trace Bagan is there for the rebound, and they're going to say he was fouled before he put the shot up. Foul is on the floor. Give that foul to Jaden Snyder. That is his second. And now that's Snyder that heads to the bench. Cleveland Burnett back in for the Mitchell Tigers. Campbell, now they working inside for Bagan and back out. Supposed to be for Campbell, but he had headed down the baseline towards the basket. Sails out of bounds, and they'll give it back over to the Mitchell Tigers. Mustangs running some full court pressure here. Ball loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor. Watson finally comes out of there with it to control it for Mitchell. They go underneath for Eberspecher, up and good. Cody Eberspecher has all 6 Mitchell Tiger points. It's 7-6. Bagan works against Burnett on the wing. Out of Schwarting at the top of the key. Has it poked away by Marco. And back to Bagan. Works it inside for Conroy. Works against Eberspecher. Lost his balance. Hits the deck and travels. So now the Mustangs with consecutive turnovers on trips down the floor. 7:07 left to go in the second quarter. Watson brings it across for Mitchell. Ahead to Pieper. Looks underneath for Eberspecher. Easy layup for Eberspecher. He's got 8. All 8 points. Mitchell back in the lead at 8-7. Ryan Schwarting for 3. That one's off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Pieper. Pieper will run the floor now. Ahead to Eberspecher. He's cut off. Into Pieper in the lane. Little turnaround flip. That won't go. Burnett controls it. Shovels it inside for Pieper. He misses. And the Mustangs with the rebound. 6:25 to go. Quickly ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Back to Nelson. Cross court to Trace Bagan. His three-pointer won't go. And the rebound controlled by Eberspecher. Now quickly ahead to Marco. Now back to Watson. Fast-paced action up and down the floor by both teams. 1-point game, 8-7. Mitchell leads it. Eberspecher wanted the 3 and passed it up. Now here's Watson. Leaves it outside for Pieper. He works against Conroy. Down low for Marco. Marco spins in the lane, high off the glass, and good. Seth Marco with 2, and it's a 9 or 10-7 game. Now Bagan on the wing. Back to Ryan Schwarting. 5:40 to go in the second quarter. Nelson pull-up jumper. That's no good. And Mitchell back down the floor with it. This is Watson. Watson works. He gets the man-to-man defense of Jared Nelson. Trace Bagan trying to get the steal. Now Joe Pieper in the corner. Inside for Eberspecher. Good defense by Corby Campbell that time. Three-pointer won't go. Eberspecher hands it off to Pieper. His jumper won't go, and it's rebounded by Corby Campbell. Quickly out to Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting beats everybody down the floor. Up and good. Ryan Schwarting outran everybody that time. Back to a one-point game, 10-9. Mustangs trail by 1, under 5 to go in the second quarter. Burnett drives to the free throw line, down the lane, one-handed runner in the lane is up and good. Trace Bagan flips it to Nelson at the free throw line, underneath for Corby Campbell, and that was too easy. Campbell's got 6. 12-11, back to a one-point game. Teams trading baskets, 4:25 to go in the second quarter. Marco in the corner for Pieper. Pieper works inside for Marco, blocked by Jared Nelson. Nice block that time. And there's a foul by Marco as Ryan Schwarting was heading towards the basket. Marco bumped him off his path. That's the first on Marco and the 4th team foul on Mitchell. So the second platoon comes in. Dylan Schwarting, Sean Combs, and Brady Bolender for the Mustangs. Conroy, Ryan Schwarting, and Trace Bagan head to the bench. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nelson on the wing, tries to go over the top. That's taken away by Burnett. Quickly ahead to Mailing. Mailing pulls it back, flips it up top for Burnett, and it's a race for the basketball. Here's Sean Combs, gathers it up, lays it up, and good. Sean Combs wins the foot race. And the Mustangs back up by 1 at 13-12. 3:40 to go. Pieper loses the handle. It's taken away by Jared Nelson. Nelson brings it up the floor. Bolender kicks it out for Combs. Combs able to get it to Nelson. His shot misses everything. And Dylan Schwarting saves it back in, but it's off the kneecaps of Corby Campbell. It'll be Mitchell basketball with 3:25 to go in the second quarter. Mustangs lead it by 1. Entertaining first half. Low scoring first half, but very entertaining. Now here's Christian Perez. He has it poked away by Dylan Schwarting. Gathers it back in. Pieper underneath. Finds Eberspecher, and he is fouled. They're going to say he was fouled on the floor. Give that foul to Brady Bolender. That is his first, and it is the 4th team foul on the Mustangs. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go before the half. Mustangs got a hand on that inbounds pass, but Christian Perez controls it. And he traveled with it under heavy defensive pressure by Dylan Schwarting. And they'll turn it over to the Mustangs with 3:09 left to go in the first half. Bolender on the wing, dribbles up between the circles, high pass to Dylan Schwarting. And now Jared Nelson on the wing. He drives to the baseline, flips it across to Bolender. Bolender drives into the lane, high shot over top of Burnett. He made Bolender alter that shot, and it came up short. Here's Mailing bringing it up the left side. Now Mailing with the long three-pointer. Eberspecher with the rebound. His putback is good. Cody Eberspecher with 10. And now it's a 1-point Mitchell lead. And the Mustangs will maintain possession after that one is tipped out of bounds by Mailing. First platoon comes back in. Bagan, Ryan Schwarting, and Rhett Conroy back into the ballgame. 2:28 left to go, and a timeout called by Joel Nelson. 30-second timeout. I haven't had many chances to tell you about our sponsors of today's action. Essence in downtown Gordon has a great variety of unique items, and they've got an outstanding selection of wines and a whole lot more stuff in there. Stop in and check out their elegant store at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. Amber will take good care of you in Essence, downtown Gordon. And if you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle, give Barb Share a call at 282-1516. You can find her on the web at sharerealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. And Grocery Mart in downtown Gordon is your full-service grocery store. And they've got that personal hometown atmosphere. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Mustangs trail it by 1, 14-13. Ryan Shorting has the basketball, and he works against Christian Perez. Gets the pick from Conroy and then finds Trace Bagan on the wing. Skip pass all the way across to Dylan Shorting. Up and underneath. That one is blocked by Pieper. Conroy is there for the rebound and the putback, but they're going to say he is fouled on the floor. So Joe Pieper commits the foul, his first. Just the fifth team foul. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. Mustangs to inbound it. Sean Combs flips it around to Trace Bagan. Back to Dylan Schwarting in the corner. Drives in, leaves it for Bagan. Bagan tees it up for three. Good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Trace Bagan. Finds the scoreboard with a crooked number. And the Mustangs back ahead 16-14. Perez on the right wing into the corner for Eberspecher. Now he'll dribble it up to the wing. Looks inside for Burnett. Over the top to Mailing. Mailing drives into the block. Contact. Shot won't go. They're going to say a blocking foul on the Mustangs. Mailing will get 2 free throws out of the deal. Give that foul to Rhett Conroy. That is his first. And it will put Dylan Mailing at the free throw line. First free throws by either team in this first half. And the first one is good. Pulls the Tigers back within 1 at 16-15 with 1 minute, 37 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And he made them both. We got a tie ball game. 16 apiece with 1:35 left to go in the first half. Dylan Schwarting on the wing or Ryan Schwarting on the wing for Dylan Schwarting. Dylan tees it up for three from the corner. That's no good, but Trace Bagan pulls the rebound down, and the Mustangs keep it alive. 1:18 to go. Dylan Schwarting on the wing. Cross pass to Bagan. Thought about the three. Now we'll go back to Dylan Schwarting. Up and underneath, has his shot blocked by Eberspecher. Now a wild shot. That won't go. Dylan Schwarting hits the floor. Here's Eberspecher on the outlet. Lays that one up, and good. Eberspecher's a handful. He's got 12 points, and it's a 2-point Mitchell lead. We're under a minute to go in the first half. Ryan Schwarting, pull-up jumper in the lane. Good. He's got 7. Tied at 18 with 45 seconds left. Pieper gives up his dribble, but he finds Mailing coming down the left side. Mailing, pull-up jumper. That one's a little too strong. Scramble for the rebound. It'll be Mustang basketball. 32.7 seconds left. Corby Campbell and Jared Nelson back into the game as Combs and Dylan Schwarting head to the bench. So we'll see if the Mustangs hold for the last shot here as Mailing comes out, Marco back in to provide some defense for the Mitchell Tigers. 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Here's Nelson to Trace Bagan, back to Nelson. Nelson between the circles, hands it off to Ryan Schwarting. 15 seconds left. Bagan, back to Ryan Schwarting. 7 seconds. Nelson works against Marco, leaves it for Schwarting. Long three-pointer at the buzzer. Won't go, not at the buzzer. Trace Bagan at the buzzer, but that one just a little bit short. So at the half, we are tied 18 apiece. We'll step aside and be back with some unofficial halftime scoring totals after a word from our sponsors.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So we are at halftime, tied at 18, a low-scoring affair. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals for the Mustangs. Ryan Schwarting leads the way. He's got 7 points. Corby Campbell has 6. Trace Bagan with a big three-pointer for his 3 points of the half, and Sean Combs has added 2. The Mustangs have not shot any free throws so far in the game. For the Mitchell Tigers, Cody Eberspecher has 12 points to lead the way, and then Cleveland Burnett, Dylan Mailing, and Seth Marco each with 2 points apiece. And the Mitchell Tigers are 2 for 2 from the free throw line, both of those coming from Dylan Mailing. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Eight minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this halftime break as we're getting ready to do the, I don't remember what they call this, the duck toss. They're raising money for the Alliance High track fund as they're trying to put a new track in here at Alliance. We must not have any duck tossers here at halftime here between the halftime between the Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. Just about 8 minutes left in the halftime break. We'll step aside and be back with more halftime action in just a bit here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the halftime break. Tied at 18 between the Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Certified Public Accountants, is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They're a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual, agricultural, and business tax accounting and planning services. They've done that for over 50 years. They've got offices in Scottsbluff, Chadron, Mullen, and Gordon. Contact the Gordon office at 106 North Main Street, or you can call 282-1295. And stop in at True Value of Gordon in downtown Gordon. They've got everything you need to either defrost it or winterize it. Buck and the crew can get you fixed up. Stop by and see them in downtown Gordon today. Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you at Strong Insurance in Gordon. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Hins Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, including cookware, appliances, tools, and toys, and that includes bikes and ride-on toys. Stop in and see everything they've got to offer at Hins Hardware in Rushville. Tax season is just around the corner, and accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. Give Carol a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And remember, it pays to have an accountant on your side. And stop by Sides and Milburn Ford this afternoon. There's still time today to get down there and test drive that 2013 Ford F-150. It's a crew cab Lariat with four-wheel drive. That'll work well in all the snow we've got. It's got the EcoBoost engine, trailer tow package, a tailgate step. It's got the chrome package and heated leather seats. This is a locally owned trade with just 37,000 miles, and you can drive it off the lot today for just $34,150. Stop in and see Chris Heiser at Sides and Milburn Ford this afternoon. Do it now. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in the halftime break. Mitchell Tigers just now coming back out onto the floor. We are tied at 18. A back and forth first half. Very entertaining and very low scoring. The Mustangs average 56 points a game. They're well off of that pace in the first half. Good defense by the Mitchell Tigers, and that was matched by the Mustangs. Both teams getting after it defensively. And a low-scoring ball game as we head to the second half. Ready for the last half of the day from our broadcast here. I'm Clint Anderson, along with cameraman Jesse Moss and broadcast engineer Jacob Grover. Glad to have you along with us for this second day of the Alliance Holiday Tournament. We'll be in action again next Friday. That's January 8th when the girls travel to Valentine. We'll have that for you. And then the next day, Saturday, January 9th, both boys and girls teams will head to Bayard. We'll have those games for you as well. You can check out grmustangs.org for game times on those. Just click the calendar tab and it'll tell you everything you need to know about start times for those games. Ready to get this second half underway. Tied at 18, nobody in foul trouble. Only one player with 2 fouls, and that's Jaden Snyder for the Mitchell Tigers. Several players with 1 foul apiece, but a well-played first half defensively and good defensive pressure without a lot of fouls. So we're ready to get this second half underway. The third quarter ready to start. Mitchell will have the basketball. Watson takes the inbounds, and away we go. Switches hands, drives into the lane, pull-up jumper, rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Snyder cleans it up, puts that one home for his first 2 points of the game, and Mitchell takes the lead on their first possession of the second half. It's 20-18. 7 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Trace Bagan on the wing as Rhett Conroy tried to feed it to Corby Campbell underneath, but it goes off of a Mitchell Tiger and out of bounds. Mustangs will control the basketball. 7 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. Jared Nelson over the top to Trace Bagan. Tees it up for three. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Cody Eberspecher. And a 5-second call against Joe Pieper will turn it over. And just got a tweet from Sides and Milburn Ford thanking us for our great coverage, and he says that they just sold the 2013 Pick Up the Wee Ben advertising. He says, thanks for the help. I'm glad we could do it for you, Mr. Mayor Chris Heiser. We'll have to find something else to talk about here as we go through the second half. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. They'll take good care of you. So the Mustangs turn it over. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Mitchell Tigers back on offense. Mustangs in that man-to-man defense. Here's Snyder on the wing and back to Watson between the circles. Across to Eberspecher on the right wing. Eberspecher looks in, works against Corby Campbell, and he picks his pocket. Corby Campbell took it away. Hands it off to Jared Nelson. He'll work down the right side. Pull-up jumper rolls off, no good. Corby Campbell is there for the rebound, but he is fouled. And the Mustangs will have it out of bounds. And that is Jaden Snyder picking up his third foul. And that will mean that the 6'3 junior Cleveland Burnett will have to come into the game to take the place of Snyder. 6:25 left to go, third quarter. Mustangs trail it by 2. Trace Bagan. Now here's Ryan Schwarting on the wing. Drives in, kicks it out for Bagan. Wanted the three, couldn't get it over top of Pieper. And we've got an offensive foul on the Mustangs. Well, I didn't see what it was. Was it a 3-second call? Didn't see what the call was. At any rate, not a foul, and the Mustangs turn it over. So Watson has his pocket picked by Jared Nelson, lays it up, and good. Good defense by Jared Nelson, and surprisingly, those are Jared's first 2 points of the ball game. Burnett with some fancy dribbling, but he has it taken away. Quickly ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting heads to the basket, scoop shot up and won't go. Rebounded by Pieper, back the other way. We're tied at 20. Here comes Marco. Marco tried to go inside for Eberspecher. He saves it, back in, but the Mustangs control it. Ryan Schwarting behind the defense lays that one up, and good. It's a 4-0 run for the Mustangs. Mitchell Tigers want to talk this over. They're going to take a timeout here. 5 minutes, 31 seconds left to go. Mustangs lead it 22-20. Say thanks to sponsors of today's action. We say this a lot, but it really is the sponsorship of these folks that makes it possible for us to make these road trips, come down here and bring these games to you. And so we certainly do encourage you to stop in and thank these sponsors. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to buy something. If you see them on the street, tell them how much you appreciate it. We've had grandparents that have written thank you notes, and there's nothing that says thank you and really carries that meaning that a handwritten thank you note does. But fire them off an email, send them a thank you, let them know that you are watching and that you appreciate the coverage that they make it possible for us to provide for you. So thank those sponsors when you get a chance today. 5 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs now up by 2 at 22-20. They're on a 4-0 run. And now they're going to fall back and pick the Mitchell Tigers up at half court. Trying to make Watson earn it as much as he can. Now they've got him trapped at half court. That's taken away. Mustangs, good look underneath. Dylan Schwarting has it knocked away. He was bumped from behind. and he lost the handle. And now coming back the other way, it's tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs. Mitchell will control it. 5:15 left to go, third quarter. Marco in the corner to Burnett on the wing. That one's tipped by Dylan Schwarting. Off to the races again. Ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Reverse layup is good. Ryan Schwarting with 2 more. Didn't want to use the left hand. He shot that thing backwards over his head with the right hand. It's a 4-point lead for the Mustangs at 24-20. Pieper at the high post into the corner for Marco. Now back to Burnett and into Pieper. Pieper kicks it out for Watson. His shot is good. Chase Watson on the board for the first time this afternoon, and it's a 2-point ball game, 24-22 with 4:37 left to go in the third quarter. It's been man-to-man defense the whole way for both teams. Now Dylan Schwarting on the wing. He'll split the defenders, drives in, lays it off the glass, and good. Good move to the basket by Dylan Schwarting. Back to a 4-point game at 26-22, 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third. Marco into the corner for Eberspecher. Burnett to Pieper, kicks it back to Eberspecher. Now back to Burnett. Across to Marco. Now the Mustangs in a 2-3 zone defense here. And that'll be off the Mustangs. It'll be Mitchell basketball. Subs come in. Bolender and Conroy for the Mustangs as Campbell and Ryan Schwarting go out. Mailing and Christian Perez come into the ball game for the Mitchell Tigers. This is Perez now back across to Mailing. Tees it up for 3. That one is short. Ball tipped around. Eberspecher comes out of there with it. That shot is short. And then Burnett will be fouled on the putback. Give that foul to Trace Bagan. That is his first. And it puts Cleveland Burnett at the free throw line. He'll have 2 free throws with 3 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Burnett makes the first, cuts the lead to 3, 26-23. 3 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Cleveland Burnett takes his time, lines it up, sizes it up. And that one falls in. He made them both. So Mitchell is 4 for 4 from the free throw line today. The Mustangs have yet to shoot a free throw. They go inside for Conroy, and he is fouled, and now they will shoot some free throws. Rhett Conroy heads to the free throw line. Joe Pieper picks up his second. .336 left to go, third quarter. Conroy makes the first. And he makes them both. Stretches that back to a 4-point lead, 28-24. 3:35 left to go, third quarter. Burnett has it taken away by Dylan Schwarting. Jared Nelson grabs it, puts it up, and good, and he is fouled. Count the basket. Mailing came in and made contact. Jared Nelson gets the hoop, and he'll have a chance for the 3-point play. Stretches that lead to 30-24. That's the biggest of the game for either team. 3:28 left to go, and 1 free throw coming for Jared Nelson. And he makes it. 7-point advantage for the Mustangs now, and a timeout called by Mitchell. They want to talk this over. They now trail it by 7 with 3:28 left to go in the third quarter.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
.328 left to go in the third quarter. The Mustangs lead it by 7, the biggest lead of the game for either team. Mailing back across to Burnett. Now back to Mailing. Now Perez and back to Burnett. He backs it in, turns around, and puts it off the front of the rim. No good, but there's Everspecher, and he is fouled, but it's on the floor. These refs don't want anybody shooting free throws. They've called everything on the floor this afternoon. Trace Bagan picks up his second. 3:11 left to go, third quarter. Burnett over the top to Pieper, has it taken away by Jared Nelson. Across to Bagan. He tees it up for 3 from the wing, but that one is short, and we got a foul on the rebound. And that's on the Mitchell Tigers. Let's see who they... No, that's on the Mustangs. That's on Brady Bolender. That's his second. I thought he said White. So, 3 team fouls apiece. Mitchell with the basketball. That one's taken away by Rhett Conroy after the tip pass ahead to Trace Bagan. Up and good. Trace Bagan extends the lead, 33-24. And now it's a 9-point game. Now Mailing crosses the timeline. And he double dribbled under heavy defensive pressure. Called for the double dribble. Mustangs take over. Ryan Schwarting and Corby Campbell back into the game. Conroy and Bolender head to the bench. 2:29 left to go in this third quarter. Mustangs starting to get some separation. Ryan Schwarting kicks it up top for Bagan. Bagan drives down the lane, and now they'll kick it out to Dylan Schwarting. That three-pointer won't go. Rebound poked out of there by Schwarting and kept alive. Ryan Schwarting got a hand on it and poked it out there. Now Ryan underneath finds Corby Campbell. Jumper, good. Campbell has 8, and it's an 11-point lead at 35-24. So the pressure's starting to take its toll as there's another steal by Nelson. Dylan Schwarting drives in and draws the foul. He'll have 2 free throws. Give that foul to Cleveland Burnett. That's his first. So Dylan Schwarting will head to the free throw line. He'll have 2 free throws. 1:54 left to go in the third quarter. It took a long time for the Mustangs to finally get things untracked, but they've got it rolling now. They lead it by 11 as that free throw is no good. But as we saw last night, no lead is safe. The Mustangs had a 13-point lead in the first half against Alliance and ended up losing by 15. 1:54 to go, one more free throw for Dylan Schwarting. And he makes the second. Stretches the lead to 12. Mailing to Watson. Mustangs applying that full court pressure. Another tip ball. That one is going to be recovered by Mitchell. And they're going to say that they'll maintain possession. They were getting close to running out of time. And now they'll start over. It's a 1-3-1 zone press is what the Mustangs are running here. And it's starting to give Mitchell some fits. They find Joe Pieper. Now Perez comes in, leaves it for Everspecher underneath, and he is fouled. That's Jared Nelson, who reached in and committed the foul that time to prevent the easy layup. So Cody Everspecher at the free throw line for 2. He's got 12 points in the game, but he hasn't scored in the second half. First one is good for Everspecher. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And the second one rolls off no good. It'll be Mitchell basketball as that one's lost out of bounds by Dylan Schwarting. So an 11-point Mustang lead with 1:28 to go in the third quarter. This is Mailing. They go inside for Pieper. Pieper, turnaround jumper in the lane is good. Joe Pieper with that 6', 5" frame. Tough to defend when he gets up high and goes over the top. Ryan Schwarting Kicks it out for Nelson. Now in the corner and skipped across to Dylan Shorting. That one's blocked by Pieper and out of bounds. It should stay with the Mustangs, and it does with 1:05 to go. Third quarter, Mustangs lead at 36-27. They go over the top to Dylan Shorting, and the Mustangs will set it up. Trace Bagan to Dylan Shorting, now back to Bagan. Three-pointer on the way. That one is short, bounces around and rolls off, no good. Rebounded by Eberspecher. Mailing is going to be fouled by Ryan Shorting. Ryan was trying to slow him up. He's called for the blocking foul, and that is his second. Fifth team foul on the Mustangs. 4 team fouls on Mitchell. Brady Bolender comes in to take the place of Dylan Shorting. Perez now to Mailing and around to Watson. The three of them playing catch up top. Now Watson dribbles in and gets it to Eberspecher in the corner. Watson to Perez and around to Mailing. Now they'll skip it across to Watson. Watson drives into the block. That shot up and rebounded by Corby Campbell. Quickly ahead to Brady Bolender. Scoops it up, leaves it out for Ryan Shorting, and the Mustangs will have to reset. Couldn't get anything going on the break that time. 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Now 16. Brady Bolender drives in. Kicks it across to Trace Bagan. 10 seconds. Ryan Shorting with 5 to go. Shorting drives in. Leaves it underneath for Campbell. Nicely done. Nice feed. Campbell converts, and they score right at the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's the Mustangs 38, and it is Mitchell 27.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
So the Mustangs, who'd scored 18 points in the first half, scored 20 in that third quarter alone. They now lead at 38-27. They outscored Mitchell 20-9, and they've opened up an 11-point lead as we start the fourth quarter. On the floor for the Mustangs to start the fourth, Bolender, Ryan Shorting, Campbell, Trace Bagan, and Jared Nelson. Ryan Shorting takes the inbounds pass, and the Mustangs go to work. Shorting works against Marco. Gets the pick from Campbell and drives to the free throw line. In the corner for Bolender. Bolender dribbles to his left, to the top of the key, tried to go down low, pass tip, and taken away. So Marco brings it across for the Mitchell Tigers. Watson on the wing, down low for Snyder. Back to Watson. And across to Marco. Tried to go down low for Snyder, but that's taken away by Corby Campbell. And now Ryan Shorting heads to the basket. Left it out there for Bolender. And then Jared Nelson with the three-pointer. Things happen so fast, I couldn't keep up. 41-27, 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Mustangs extend that lead. High post for Eberspecher. In the corner for Pieper. Foot on the line. That's a two-pointer for Joe Pieper. He's got 4. 41-29, 6:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bolender leaves it for Ryan Shorting. Now Jared Nelson on the wing. Skip pass across to Ryan Schwarting. Drives into the lane and lost it. Ended up in there amongst the trees and couldn't do anything with it. Under 6.5 to go, fourth quarter. Watson works to the left. Mustangs back into that 2-3 zone now. Over the top to Pieper, and it's out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Pass just a little too tall. Jared Nelson did a good job getting over there and boxing Pieper out, not letting him get to that ball and save it back in bounds. 6:15 left to go, fourth quarter. 41-29. And that pass, Brady Bolander not ready for the pass from Jared Nelson. And we got a timeout called by the Mitchell Tigers. Timeout called by Mitchell. Kind of a disjointed deal there. They'll take the 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So 6:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gordon-Rushville leads it by 12, 41-29. 4 team fouls for Mitchell, 5 team fouls for the Mustangs. Still nobody in real foul trouble. Jaden Snyder for Mitchell has 3. Several players with 2, but with 6:08 left to go in the fourth quarter, nothing to worry about at this point. Mitchell has the basketball. And they face a 12-point deficit with 6:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Watson to Pieper, and now back to Marco, who breaks the press. Pull-up jumper, that's no good. Pieper throws it back in. Marco, and they're going to say he traveled. Big swing by one of the Mustangs trying to block that, but they're going to say Marco traveled before he took the shot, and he'll turn it over to the Mustangs with under 6 to go. Ryan Schwarting crosses the timeline behind the back dribble to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Dylan Schwarting. He'll dribble in, now pull it back out. Over the top to Ryan Schwarting. He tracks down the long pass and works against Marco. Good tight man-to-man defense. Jared Nelson, and now Rhett Conroy, and back to Schwarting. Ryan Schwarting on the right wing. Now Dylan Schwarting between the circles. Tries to drive in and hands it off to Jared Nelson. 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Nelson dribbles that one off his foot and out of bounds. Well, the Mustangs use some time, but they turn it over without getting a shot. And now the Mustangs have dropped that full court pressure. Marco on the wing, now to Watson. Pieper on the right wing, back to Watson. He'll try the three-pointer. That one's off the back iron and no good. Jared Nelson with the outlet ahead to Dylan Schwarting. Brady Bolander, pull-up jumper, and that's blocked by Pieper. Watson between the circles, over the top to Eberspecher. The Mustangs collapse on him, slap it away, but somehow he gets the ball back. Marco on the wing, across to Watson. Down low for Pieper, he can't handle the pass, tosses it back in, it's taken away by Dylan Schwarting. Ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting lays that one up, and good for 2 more. Mustangs extend the lead, 43-29, biggest lead of the game. Watson brings it down the right side and sets it up, over across to Marco. He looks inside and back to Watson. In the corner for Pieper. He puts up the shot, and that is good. Joe Pieper with 2 more. He's got 6, all 6 of them in the second half. It's 43-31 with 4:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. In the corner for Bolander. He'll dribble up top, curls into the lane, and kicks it out for Dylan Schwarting. Schwarting drives into the lane, puts the shot up, and that won't go. Rebound cleared by Pieper. Mitchell. It's Watson quickly up the right side for Mitchell. Now back to Pieper and back to Watson. They go inside for Eberspecher. too far under the basket, but he finds Snyder, and Snyder knocks that one home. He's got 4 points, and all 4 of them in the second half. Coach Joel Nelson wants to talk this over for the Mustangs. 10-point lead with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Make sure you say thanks to sponsors of today's action, the First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware in Rushville, Grocery Mart in Gordon, Accountant Carol Child, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment, and of course, the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. 3 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in this one. Mustangs lead it by 10. Fouls still the same as when we last looked. 5 for the Mustangs, 4 for the Mitchell Tigers. So neither team in the 1-and-1 bonus, and it'll be a couple of fouls before either one of them gets there. The Mustangs trying to nurse this 10-point lead along and get out of here with a win. So the Mustangs will have the basketball. And Mitchell ready to apply some pressure. Corby Campbell gets it into Jared Nelson. Now back to Campbell. Back to Nelson and ahead to Conroy. And now Ryan Shorting. The Mustangs break the press. Shorting drives into the top of the key. And now to Jared Nelson. 3:20 to go. Corby Campbell top of the key. And to Ryan Shorting. Shorting guarded closely by Marco. Behind the back. Nice dribble that time. Slick ball handling by Ryan Shorting into the corner for Bagan. Now top of the key for Nelson. They find Campbell underneath, but he was too far under the basket to do anything with it. Nelson with 2:55 to go. Nelson works to the baseline, and finally we're going to have a foul called against one of the Mitchell Tigers. Mustangs did a great job of killing the clock that time. We'll give that foul to Cody Eberspecher. That is his second. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 10-point lead, 43-33 for the Mustangs. And they'll have the ball out of bounds. Nelson to inbound it. Finds Corby Campbell. Shot up. Good. Count the basket. And one. Corby Campbell with 12 points on the afternoon. And Cody Eberspecher with 2 quick fouls. Now he has 3. Campbell missed the free throw. Rhett Conroy with the rebound, but he can't get the follow to go. 2:41 to go. Mustangs lead at 45-33 and a traveling call on Joe Pieper. That pressure did exactly what it was supposed to do. And the Mustangs get the turnover. 2:38 left to go, fourth quarter. Conroy out, Dylan Shorting in. Campbell gets it into Ryan Shorting. And Seth Marco is doing everything he can to make life difficult for Ryan Shorting. And he picked up his second foul there. He's guarding Ryan just about as close as you can, and now that'll put the Mustangs into the 1-and-1 bonus. So Ryan Shorting with 13 points, and he's got a 1-and-1 opportunity here. First one is off the mark, no good, but it's rebounded by Trace Bagan. Big offensive rebound that time. Shorting and out to Nelson. Across to Dylan Shorting. 2:25 to go. Trace Bagan, and now that is the 4th foul on Cody Eberspecher as he ran right through the pick that time. And he went from 1 foul to 4 in a heck of a hurry in a series of just about 3 minutes here in this fourth quarter. And that'll put Jared Nelson back at the line. He's 1 for 1 today from the free throw line. Nelson's first free throw is good. Earns a second. 2:24 left to go, fourth quarter, 46-33. Mustangs have stretched that lead back to 13. So Jared Nelson misses the second, and the rebound is tracked down by Joe Pieper. Seth Marco crosses the timeline with it. Mitchell sets the offense with 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Up top for Mitchell between the circles. Looked inside, now back to Marco. Three-pointer on the way. Misses everything. Rebound tracked down by Jared Nelson. They've got him trapped in the corner. Tosses that thing out there. Dylan Schwarting catches it, and then Snyder fouls him. Jaden Snyder just picked up his fourth foul. Campbell had it deep in the corner, flung that thing down the court. Dylan had to wait for it. Went up for the shot, and he was fouled. So the first free throw on the way, and it is no good for Dylan Schwarting, but he's got one more coming. And now the Mustangs will be in the double bonus the rest of the way with 1:58 left to go in the second half. Second free throw is up, and it is good. Pushes the lead back to 14 at 47-33. 1:57 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mustangs with more of that full court pressure, that 1-3-1 trap. They go over the top to Eberspecher, and he's going to be fouled by Ryan Schwarting. Ryan reached in as Eberspecher went by, and he will draw the foul. And that will make the next foul. The next foul for the Mustangs will put Mitchell into the 1-and-1 bonus. Pieper on the wing, nearly has it poked away. They swing it around to Mailing and back to Marco between the circles. Snyder back to Marco. Snyder on that right wing. That's tipped out of there and taken away by the Mustangs. And a foul is going to be called. Now this is going to be big. Who do they give this to? If it's Snyder, it's his fifth. They give it to Joe Pieper instead. That is his third. 1:33 to go, and now the Mustangs in the double bonus. So Jared Nelson with 2 free throws. Jared didn't score in the first half, but he's got it going here in the second. First one is good. He's got 10 points, all of them in the second half. One more free throw on the way. And that one's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Pieper. Quickly ahead to Mailing. Mailing is going to be fouled by Corby Campbell, trying to get the steal. And that's Corby's first foul of the afternoon. But that puts Mitchell into the 1-and-1 bonus. And so Dylan Mailing will head to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2. Perez and Watson back onto the floor for Mitchell. So Dylan Mailing makes the first. 3 for 3 this afternoon from the free throw line. 1:28 left to go fourth quarter. Mustangs lead it by 14. And the second free throw also good. They'll get it in to Jared Nelson. Quickly up the floor to Dylan Schwarting. Mustangs trying to kill the clock here with 1:20 to go. In the corner for Bagan. And now Ryan Schwarting has it. He'll back it out. Works against Christian Perez. 1:15 to go. Trace Bagan and around to Dylan Schwarting. He works against Eberspecher. Now here's Nelson and back to Ryan Schwarting between the circles. Works off of the pick. We're under a minute left to go in this one. Mustangs trying to get that 5th win of the season, but that is a steal and a lay-in by Dylan Mailing. 48-37, but 48 seconds left to go. Jared Nelson crosses the timelines, 40 seconds now. And another steal by Eberspecher, slapped it out of bounds. Mustangs will maintain possession with 38.3 seconds left. And Dylan Schwarting takes it, he'll work against Christian Perez. 33 seconds. Bagan on the wing for Nelson. They work it inside for Corby Campbell. His shot is up, but he is fouled by Joe Pieper on the shot. That is Pieper's 4th foul, and it'll put Corby Campbell at the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots. Corby's 0 for 1 this afternoon from the free throw line. Corby's got 12 points. He averages 6. First one is good. Second one on the way, and he made them both. 50-37 with 24 seconds left to go in this one. So both Mustang teams will come away with third place victories in the Alliance Holiday Tournament this year. They go inside for Eberspecher. He is fouled. Count the basket. His first bucket of the second half. They gave that foul to Trace Bagan. That is his third. So the Mustang defense did an outstanding job. Cody Eberspecher went off for 12 in the first half. He had scored just one free throw in the second until he is able to convert on that bucket. And the free throw rolls off no good. Rebounded by Corby Campbell with 9 seconds left to go. And the Mustangs will salt this one away under 5. And the Mustangs will come out victorious by a final score of 50-39. Mustangs take third place in the Alliance Holiday Tournament. Thanks very much for joining us. We will step aside for one last word for our sponsors, and we'll be back with some final unofficial scoring totals here from Alliance.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Final score from Alliance, Gordon-Rushville 50 and Mitchell 39. Final unofficial scoring totals, 3 Mustangs in double digits. Corby Campbell finished with 14 to lead the way for the Mustangs. Ryan Schwarting added 13 and Jared Nelson with 10. Trace Bagan added 5. Dylan Schwarting had 4. Rhett Conroy and Sean Combs each finished with 2 points apiece. For the Mitchell Tigers, Cody Eberspecher finished with 15 points. 12 of those came in the first half. They did a great job of shutting him down in the second. 2 players finished with 6, Joe Pieper and Dylan Mailing, each with 6 points for Mitchell. Jaden Snyder with 4, Cleveland Burnett with 4, Chase Watson and Seth Marco each with 2 for the Mitchell Tigers. With the win, the Mustangs improved to 5-3 on the season. Mitchell falls to 2-8. Thanks very much for joining us here this afternoon. I'd like to say thanks again to Jesse Moss for running the camera here, and Jacob Grober for taking care of the computer as our broadcast engineer. I'm Clint Anderson. We will see you next Friday evening as the Mustang girls head to Valentine to take on the Valentine Badgers. Until that time, thanks for joining us on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2015. I gotta stop.